Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Hussam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. A-listers is back, baby. It's been a while, obviously, because of the Premier League scheduling and certain games being on Monday nights and all that. We weren't able to do A-listers, but we're back today, Habibis. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. If you're ready to do so, please, every single one of you guys, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Keep getting stuck in the chat. Keep letting me know your opinions. Nigeria just scored the third goal against Mozambique as well. Osimhen, you get me? So the Super Eagles are eagling right now in the AFCON. So big up to everyone locked in. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Today, Flawless has achieved his freedom. I haven't yet got my freedom. Lewis, haven't gotten his freedom yet because the directors are there.
I'm grieving.
Yes, he's grieving still. And Dio is top of the league, because the Sharks have turned into Dolphins this season, as Hussam predicted like 6 months ago. Regardless, big up everyone locked in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And there's only one place to start. And for the first time since Flawless joined A-listers, we're actually going to be starting with Manchester United.
Happy Independence Day, mate. Happy Independence.
This has never happened before, but there you go. Amorim is gone, Flawless. Talk to the people, Habib.
Yeah, man. Oh, no, am I still being negative? Huh? Was I still being negative for some?
You're lagging. Tell us, you got your freedom. Yeah. Leave me alone.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
I want your Roses video as well, you fraud. This guy, why you on to me? Let me breathe, bro.
No, because you tried to jump in my chat.
Gegan pressing from the beginning. Gegan pressing.
This is your fault. No, this is return fire, because you jumped in. Who did we play? We played someone and you jumped in my chat talking about, oh yeah, you're not being negative now. Also, who we play? We got a point somewhere or something like that.
That sounds about right. The one was the first man in my chat when Enzo equalized.
Yeah, some rubbish. Who did we play? 1 second. This is going to bug me now. Let me actually figure this out.
With the most open play goals this season, Enzo Fernandez.
Was it? Yeah, it was. I think, you know what? You know what's crazy?
As long as it was
Newcastle
improving the way to pass, we all good.
Yeah, it was Newcastle. That's what it was. But yeah, in regards
to good game.
Well, it was good half. Yeah,
more of that.
Habibi, why are you fighting me? Amorim's gone. No,
I'm not. I'm just pointing something out because you jumped in my chat. This is returning fire. We haven't spoke since. That's all. I'm just pointing because you jumped in my chat.
Are you being negative? You were a bit negative. Now he's gone. Khalas.
Wait, the worst manager in my club's history, and I'm being negative. Okay. I hear
you're
it,
improving.
But improving. So are you 9 unbeaten. But yeah, as I was saying, in regards to Manchester, Ruben, I'm like, it's been a long time coming. Like, he should have been gone. He's been cheating death for a long time now. The fact that he started the season was a travesty. When you look at our results, and in particular certain results, it's a travesty. Our performance level overall in the season has been awful. I've been saying this. People crashed out about the Wolves game because we drew it. But I've been saying that has been our performance level for the vast majority of the season. But people just do results-based analysis. If you look at our Crystal Palace game, because we won it, people will look and go, Crystal Palace away, you won. That's a great result. Performance was not too far. The performance was the same as the Wolves game. Just that we happened to win one and we drew the other. But he's been cheating there for a long time. Finally, he's gone. Absolutely ecstatic about it, over the moon about that. Don't get misunderstood. Any of us are still absolute clowns because they only even sacked him because he called them out. It was nothing to do with bad performances or very little, I should say, to do with bad performances and bad results. Because they seen that weren't no problem. He called them out yesterday, and all of a sudden we're hearing news that same night about tensions high, and there's going to be a meeting in the morning, and all it, and it's friction between him and Wilcox. Where was tensions being high when we finished 15th? Why weren't the tensions high when when we lost the European final to Spurs? Why weren't tensions high when we lost to Grimsby? Why is it not an issue that he's breaking records from World War II? Why is it not an issue that we play a back five and have 2 clean sheets all season? Why is it not an issue that we have no clean sheets away from home and it's January the 5th? So none of these things caused issues. Everything was rose petals. Everything was fine. But as soon as he calls you out publicly, hey, you lot ego's broke and now he's gone, because you lot don't even have a plan. Because we've got an interim in before we get the interim. We got an interim for the interim. Because they're saying Fletcher's going to take the Burnley game and maybe the Brighton game. And then after that interim, and then in the summer, they're going to bring in a permanent manager. But overall, he got to the right decision. Just wasted half a season for no reason. Because as bad as he is, somehow we're still 6. So if we had a manager who was half decent, where could we be? So that's how I look at it. But yeah, over the moon overall. Everyone who backed him, stay over there, because people had plenty to say. Your platform, my platform, other platforms I've been on, talking about why am I so critical of the manager. Talk now. Everyone's quiet. Radio silence. Tumbleweed everywhere. I ain't seen one Ruben Amorim inner saying anything. No super chats, no comments, no nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Quiet. But yeah, my thoughts on it, man. Good riddance. Glad he's gone. You move.
I mean, obviously, the reason why they fired him is you'd say it's more of an
Can
official
someone
thing.
clarify what the hell he said yesterday for the ones that don't watch?
Yeah, so what he said yesterday, he said they asked him about his contract renewal, and he said his contract renewal is going to end in 18 months, and after 18 months, and that's what he was brought in to do. After 18 months, he's gone. He literally said, after 18 months, my job is done. We can part ways. So making that statement, like literally saying that outrightly, verbatim that way to the press in a video with evidence. I think, again, your club, your ownership, these guys are going to still do the exact same thing that they did with Amorim, with whoever comes in. Your ownership, they take seriously their contractual agreement with the manager not to talk about the company, like, because to them it's a business, not talk about the company publicly to the press, and they'll fire you for that at any job. Like if you work any job and you go do that, you can get fired for that.
Yeah, it's gross misconduct, they call it, right?
Exactly, yeah. But your ownership don't care about your football. I'm telling you this. So whoever they bring in, unless the person is pretty much a genius that can work with the squad that you have now, and whoever they allow that person by, the football might still end up being atrocious if they bring in a rubbish manager. That's the problem. They don't care about. You can see, like, if they cared about the football, you're right. After the Euros, they should have fired him. If they cared about the football after Grimsby Town, he should have been fired. If they genuinely cared about the football, there were so many opportunities to fire him for the bad football you guys are playing. But the fact that they were willing to keep him till the end of his, they came out a few months ago. Remember when they said they're backing him till the end of his contract?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, because hey, is anyone like the Ruben Amorim are quiet? Anyone heard from Jim Ratcliffe?
Yeah, they did. They said that a few months ago. A few months ago, your ownership said, "Oh no, there's no."
Like our owners, they only start talking when the team's in good form.
Yeah, I want to know where he is, man, because he was talking about giving him 3 years, and it's not a light switch and not like knee-jerk reactions and journalists. Hey, Jim, what are you talking about? What are you saying now?
I think again, whoever they bring in, they just basically don't want the managers being able to just, talk back to them publicly. Maybe you can come complain internally. I don't know how the internal thing works because I don't work there. But I think that, again, for me, if I ran a business and someone also did the same thing to me, I would fire you. I don't think that you should be going to the press and saying whatever contractual agreements we have, your job is to be a manager of a team. Simply respond by saying, I cannot speak to that. I can only speak to the football we play on the pitch. That should be your answer. And that's why I like what Unai Emery said when they asked him about something. They asked him a stupid question recently. Something that happened about some owner. I don't know what the question was. I couldn't really hear from the press. And someone responded. He says, I don't speak to politics. I can only speak to the football that my team plays. Whatever else happens, I can't speak to that.
I think this is the point.
And that's the type of response that you should be giving.
I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach of Manchester United. That is clear. I know my name is not Tuchel. It's not Conte. It's not Mourinho, but I'm the manager, and it's going to be like this for 18 months or when the board decide to change. That was my point, and I want to finish with that. I'm not going to quit. I will do my job until the other guy is coming here to replace me.
And he
Yo,
also
Loki, that's not even like anything like that
no,
bad.
and he also there's
Yeah.
more.
No,
He
but
also,
again, the difference
Oh.
is this, right? You came here to be the manager. Now, maybe they're talking to you about being head coach internally. You don't come out and say that to the press. You can say, all right, cool. When my contract is done in 18 months, as a manager, I will leave, and leave it at that. You don't say to the press, because did anybody else know that they wanted to change the role from manager to head coach? Nobody else knew
no,
that.
the thing is, he was when the announcement was made of him being hired, it said head coach, and there's more to it as well. He also said that the recruitment, I'm paraphrasing, but that the recruitment team and the scouts and the directors need to do better. That was on top of that as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
that quote
again-
as well.
Yeah.
So again,
That's
you
what he
can't
said. I'm
like
paraphrasing, but that's what he said as
Yeah.
also. Yeah.
because
But
that's
that
my
was spot
thing.
on. They
Because
don't care
I
about
get
the
it.
football.
I get it. You're the manager. Do your job and speak to the football. If they ask you questions, okay, we played badly, we drew with Wolves, we'll do better in the next game. We'll figure it out. Boom, move on. Give criticism where criticism is due and move on. But don't start talking to things like, oh, when I came here to be manager. I didn't come here to be head coach. What does that like? That statement in itself is. Listen to this. Hossam, when you brought me on this show, you brought me on this show to be part of the panel. I didn't come here for you to be shutting me down. As though like Hossam, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? That's exactly what he did. And
So we're saying he was just unhappy with his specific role then.
yeah, maybe the role and other
Yeah,
things
that's
as
kinda
well.
making a bit more sense.
So there's got to be a better way to address things like that. I think that if you really wanted to stay at the job, and I think again maybe he was tired, and he also knew that if he did that, they'd fire him. He wanted to leave. He'd rather.
It's been like an ultimatum.
I'd rather be fired
Like,
and then be
either put me as
compensated.
manager
I'd rather
or
be
let
fired
me
and
leave.
compensated. Fired and compensated and resign and leave my cash on the table. That's the do whatever it takes to be fired, get compensated, go sit somewhere for a few
Not
months.
even that. I think they just had like ultimatums. That was it. We just led with him leaving.
Yeah, because again, as badly as they've been playing, they're 3 points behind. Like they're not point wise. United are not in a bad place, right? Point wise. So for me, the question would have been, all right, are we finding for the inconsistencies of the football? If that's the case, boom. But in this case, it's clear that they fired him because he spoke back to them. They don't want to be spoken back to. They were willing to back him and the crap football he was playing till the end. They were.
Yeah,
They were willing to back.
trust me. I don't. Hey, Dial, you preaching to the choir, man. This is why I can't stand him.
But
Everything you just said right there is part of the reason why I can't stand this ownership. I agree.
Because again, I mean, they've had many reasons to get rid of the guy. If it's about the football, there's been very many reasons. In fact, this period, you can't even now say the football is the reason you want to fire him when he's points-wise, he's actually in and around the place where he can make you Champions League. So you can't even be like, oh, he's not going to achieve Champions League. If you wait till the end of the season, what if he does? Right? Even with the crap football. If he does, then he's achieved the goal. Now you can complain about the points difference between him and whoever won the league or whoever is second. But the point is, I don't think it wasn't the football. It's just the talking back and speaking to the press and gross misconduct. Yeah, you fired anybody that does that, whether they're contractor or full-time staff.
I think as well, just following on that, like, what's going on, boys? Happy belated birthday again. Yeah, it was Flawless' birthday this weekend. If you didn't know,
happy birthday, bro.
Let's get the happy birthdays in, people. Yeah, interesting. Just interesting. It makes me feel the argument that he had with Wilcox is understated in the press, because what it sounds like is you've had the argument, you've then gone and had the game, you've then said something on the back of the argument. So whether you've been like calmer heads will prevail, yada yada, there's obviously something fundamental that happened in that conversation. I think it's a little bit sometimes like Thomas Frank when I look at some of these managers, where it's like they will say something to get the job. When they're in the job, they realize the job is more difficult potentially than they thought it was. And they need certain things on top of what they thought they actually needed. Like, nobody told you to buy Cunha and Mbeumo in the summer and not buy a central midfielder. Do you see what I mean? But now you're very angry in January that you're not getting a central midfielder. The club might look at it and say, well, you don't play Maino anyway. So why are we going to bring you another midfielder when we're in one competition? There's a lot of logic, and then the manager will be like, back me. So
But what if the club also promised? What if the club also promised at the very beginning of you taking the job, we'll back you up? Because that's what they'll tell the managers.
Let me cut you off right there. Let me cut you off right there because people say this all the time. If you are promised something and the ball don't deliver, leave.
I know, but again, Flawless. This is what I said again. Yeah. Hear me out again, Flawless. Hear me out. If I'm promised something and I get into a job, if I leave my money on the table. I'd rather they fire me so I can get compensated. Do you understand my perspective?
I understand the point. So for me to leave, don't complain because you are continuing to be in an uncomfortable position where you can't do your job for the said money.
Which is what I'm saying.
You sold yourself for the money, which is cool. I understand that. I don't want to hear no complaints about it.
No, which is what I'm saying that maybe he eventually decided I'm just going to speak to the person. I know I'm going to get fired for it, but I'm going to get my money and leave instead of me resigning because you don't want to do what we've agreed that you would do. Because again, I don't see any club telling the manager, when you come to our club, you're going to work with the players that we have there, and that's it. We're not going to back you up. No manager will take that job because every manager has a different style of how they want to play and certain players that they would need. So a manager would come in and say, hey, I'm going to need this, and this. And we're like, we'll get it for you. And we'll get this in the summer. We'll get this in January. Then comes January. It's like, well, you're not playing this other guy, so we're not going to get you somewhere in January. All right? Instead of me resigning and losing my money, I'll say something wild. Fire me, compensate me, and let me get out of there.
But you know what's crazy? I just wish you would have done it sooner, man. Do it opening day.
That's my point.
Do it before the Arsenal game, man. You know what I'm saying? Do it in pre-season, man, so we can just get this shit over with. Because we just prolonged half a season and wasted it for no reason. Wasted everybody's time. Like Jay made the point about the central midfielder situation, and Bruno came out and spoke about that and said, yeah, the club wanted to sell me, but they didn't have the courage to do it. And Amorim also wanted to keep me. So why is the board and the manager not on the same page with multiple players? Like, what are the conversations that are going on? He wants to get rid of Maino, you want to keep Maino. He wants to get rid of Xerxes, you want to keep Xerxes. You want to get rid of Bruno, he wants to keep Bruno. It's just a shit show from top to bottom. And we knew all these things leading. These aren't new things. This is what annoyed me so much. Lewis has heard me speak about this all summer long. I was talking about this back in June. What is going on with the Maino situation? We know that he don't rate Maino. Maino tried to leave in the summer. He tried it, he loaned and the club blocked it. So the club blocked it, but still kept the manager. So what did you expect was going to happen? Same with the Xerxes situation. The Bruno, now you got Bruno there, played out position, but you bought 2 10s. So what did you think was going to happen?
And I think this goes further on that, like, Amorim and Wilcox aren't meant for each other, as it were. Like, as they diametrically see football in different ways. So that's always impossible. Like, if you have two people that view football in fundamentally different ways, one of them's got the checkbook. You know, Wilcox, deep down, he's another one of these Man City Academy lovers. Deep down, you know, he's got like pictures of Cole Palmer on his wall and stuff like that. You can tell he's one of those merchants. So, like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see Maresca turn up.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I would assume that the sporting director or technical director or whatever position of these people are is to just do the backroom running. It's almost like on the movie set, right? You have the producer, the executive producer has the money. You have the producer who produces everything. Then you have the director who has the creative drive and does the creative stuff on the pitch. Like, the producer doesn't tell the director what to do. When it comes to the creatives, usually the producer would turn down the director when the money is too much for maybe a scene, or maybe they're going to do some kind of large VFX and it's going to cost them. Then the producer might be like, I can't give you the money, it costs too much. Find a creative way to let's get it done, or we don't do it at all. You know,
but that's the thing is, like,
but you can't both be in charge. You can't be like, oh,
yeah. But the thing is like, I hear what you're saying. You got a producer, you got a director. But the thing is like, you know, you see people make Oscar-winning movies on smaller budgets, and you're out here, you know, you want that Game of Thrones budget, and you're giving me BBC Two documentary. It's not really aligning here.
I mean, the final product, yes, I get what you mean by that. The final product should speak to what you spent so far, right? But again, I'm saying this again, when you look at the table, which is what we need to just look at. You can talk about the consistency of how your team plays, whether they're good enough or not. That's a different conversation. But if you look at the table, United are not in a place on the table. No, it's where they are far away from actually 100%. Getting slightly better and being able to actually do something, right? Which is make top 5, because it's going to be 5 teams for us in the Premier League for the Champions League next season, which is a good thing. It's like make top 5 or make top 6, you know, make the Euros or whatever it is, Europa. So they're not in a bad place footballing wise. We can talk about the how bad their football is and the inconsistencies in their football. We can speak about that. But then you're firing him because he spoke up, or he's just like, you know what, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore as well.
Yeah.
You guys keep getting in my hair.
But you could also be firing him because, like we've all said, is that the friction that exists between you eventually is going to catch fire. Do you know what I mean? If you have that friction, eventually you can spark a flame. So eventually it got to a point where the friction between them is too much. You can look at other players, other managers, like and people say about Maresca. I'm not expecting. That's why United is saying interim, because United, like anybody right now, is like, okay, the situation with Amorim is irreversible here. They've obviously got to a point where they believe we can't do this anymore. However, they're also saying in the summer the manager pool is going to be really strong. It's going to be one of the strongest manager pools you're going to have seen for a long time. You know, you could expect maybe Nagelsmann could be back in it. Maresca will be in it.
Yeah, and I'm more than happy to date Sidney Sweeney. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so it's Fabregas might be interested in him. Yeah. So, but that's the point.
It's not the same because Oli was already a United manager. You've never dated.
No. Interim Oli though. You remember those times? That was good.
Yeah, Oli was good interim until he got his contract though.
If I guarantee you, Oli as interim only, regardless of what he does, won't get the permanent job. Would you take it?
No, I don't think you can put the lightning back in the bowl. No.
Yeah, but this is the point where
I don't think you can. I don't think you can run that back.
But this is the
remember Ollie's at the wheel. Good old days. Ollie's at the wheel. Ollie's at the wheel. Nah. 5-1 at Old Trafford. What a day. 5-0.
But look at it like this.
We're going, Jay.
If you look at it like this, yeah, and you see the overall situation of United, and the way some United fans talk about Amorim, and the way people, we're gonna find out real soon. Yeah, is his setup and formation actually helping or hindering? Because the way a lot of us talk and a lot of people talk is base competency should allow United to be good. Do you see what I mean? Like a base level of competency should allow United to be a highly competent team. So let's see. So when Fletcher comes in and just puts players in the right positions and plays a back four and does all of this, United should be good, right? That's what we're all saying. That's what, well, not me, but that's what
we'll definitely be better.
So that's what
definitely be better.
Yeah, so let's see how it plays out.
I have a question for you.
Go on.
I have a question for you. Who would you like to see in the summer? Because I hear that your ownership has said they're going to do an interim manager till the summer, and then they will then get somebody in the summer. They're not looking to get somebody permanent right now midway, which I think is
is that Mo
in a Juve shot? That's a nasty.
Yeah, Fonzie's taking the piss. That's why his name is Fonz Nasty.
So like, you know, I heard you guys are trying to do somebody. Who would you want first for the interim, and then who would you likely prefer to see in the summer coming?
I'm surprised they actually made. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, who would you like to see in the summer?
I'm surprised they actually made the right move because the interim. Because I said that I've been saying that about Amorim. Go get interim, and then it gives you 2-3 months to assess the market, and then you go get whoever you want permanently. In regards to interim, I just go get Ruud or Carrick. Maybe either one of those two. I think Ruud did a good job when he was here previously. I like Carrick enough to go. Yeah, when he's managed previously. And in regards to,
I think Carrick would be an excellent interim. I'm very surprised United didn't go for him.
But in the permanent,
no. The thing is though with Fletcher, Fletcher's only here for max 2 games, so they're gonna get interim, but we don't know who yet. They've not said.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
it's only Fletcher.
I'm gonna ask $1 million question of the manager that's been linked.
He let me answer the other question.
Would you take
go on, and in regards to it about before I get to you, to Sam, what Dial said about it, there's no standout. The managers we've been linked with, if we were to get, I'm not going to be against them, but there's nobody out there right now who stands
like
out.
Glasner as an example.
Go and get him. Like if we were to get Glasner, cool. I wouldn't have an issue with it. But I'm not saying
Glasner plays.
I have my reservations. Yeah, I have my reservations about Glasner.
He plays the back three as well. And
I have my reservations.
And he's below Amorim on the table right now. And he has some quality players on his team as well. So if we're saying Glasner and he's below United on the table, and he plays the back three, I don't
Well, he
know.
miles better, but I hear that. But yeah, like I said, in regards to if we was to get a Glasner or any, there's none of the managers we've been linked with.
Deserby, will you take a Deserby?
That go.
Oh,
Again,
what do
Deserby's
you
another.
mean- bro, what do you mean? Would you take Deserby's one of the best managers you can get if you put aside the fact he's insane.
I just think it's a recipe for disaster with him on our board. I just see that already.
You know what? But you're
And
United.
apparently, Jay, before you go, apparently he rejected us last season as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he rejected Spurs. Like the guy, like everyone's. You know what it is? Yeah, it's like the bird, the girl who everyone thinks is really hot, but she's crazy. But in public, you pretend that you won't be interested in her. But in private,
Do we pretend?
I'm not pretending. I'm like, I want you, babe. But like other
I
people
don't know
might
if you pretend in public. I'd be like, she's crazy, but hey, you know what?
Yeah, because you're gonna put it
How
together.
Irish she-
Like, that's the point. You're gonna say like, oh well, Deserby's this and that. Nah, like pound for pound. If you look at what you want in a modern manager, like if you look at like tactical awareness, positioning, ability to like he ticks so many boxes. Like it's just the fact he's building a team of rapists and scumbags, which is, it is what it is. But aside from that, from a tactical and football point of view, great manager. Yeah. Like genuinely great manager, in my opinion. One of the best managers you get.
Yeah, I just think with our board and him, it's a recipe for disaster. But if we were to get Deserby, I go, all right, cool, ride this till the wheels fall off. Because we know how this gonna end in it. This gonna end in a crash. Whereas it should be a good ride for drive for us as long as it goes on, and we'll definitely play good football and win some games. What we'll win, I don't know. Go on down. Go.
So I'm just thinking because I'm looking at the table and I'm just like you have the same points with Chelsea. You played the same number of games with Chelsea. Your goals difference is Chelsea 11, yours is 4. You scored more goals than Chelsea, and you have conceded more than them. So if you fix your defense with whoever comes in and you stay steady in the ship, because if you win your next game, you go into 4th position.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like Liverpool.
This is why I've been on this show crashing on this manager.
But again, I understand you crashing on him, but this is what I'm saying. Like it's crazy that he is in this position with all the negative football that he's playing, according to all United fans.
You know what that is? That's that individual quality seeing us through. That's what that is.
Okay, fair enough.
Our individual quality get, like you just mentioned, that we're one of the highest goal scoring teams in the league. If us 5 right now were to do team of the season, none of our attackers get a mention. That tells you all you need to know. None of our attackers make the team or get a mention. No, he doesn't. And Bremo's not been good.
Yes, he doesn't. Bremo definitely gets a mention.
He's not. He depth to you.
You
you was telling me I was being negative in it. It's about Manchester United and the manager just got sacked. So there we go.
But that has nothing to do with my point.
No, it does have to do with
Bremo.
You has everything to do with it.
Bremo definitely gets a mention.
I don't think Bremo's been good this season. I don't think he has.
You don't think Bremo's been good?
No, just because he scored goals doesn't mean he's played well. I think he's a very good player. Yes. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
okay.
but again, I know. But again,
Jake, you just said he's been okay. Yeah, okay.
It's been decent.
Okay, one second. You just said that he's been decent. I agree. Does decent get you into team of the season?
No.
That's my point.
But it gets you a mention.
Oh, we don't.
But again,
you asked if anyone gets a mention.
So what you're saying, Flawless, what you're saying is,
yes.
No, Flawless. What you're saying is your players have been decent. Say good, decent, and good, and their individual brilliance is what's put you in this position where if you win your next game, you go 4th on the table.
Agreed.
Yet this manager was playing negative football, horrible football.
Yes.
But your players are just okay, good, decent, and it's their individual brilliance when they are decent that has put you in this. But like that don't make sense. Like I can't.
And we're also good for it can because we bought 2 of the best attackers from last season. We bought 2 of the best attackers from last season. We had 2 attackers who we consistently played who both went 00-20 last season. Let me repeat that. We had 2 attackers, main ones at Lewis's club, who went 00-20 and replaced them with 2 guys who got 20
is crazy.
So you improve there. Also as well, what people understand, we are good from set pieces. When you have De Ligt, Casemiro, Maguire, those 3 in particular, and there's probably a couple others because I think we've scored the most goals from set pieces. We are very good at attacking set pieces, and especially those 3 players.
I thought we were set pieces.
You well, it is what it is. The point is that I'm making
the most set pieces.
I think so. Double check it though. Double check.
I know,
It's
but
'cause we
why
don't
are people
have
giving me grief though?
I
mean,
thought
I'm happy
Chelsea scored
I'm
the
happy
most
to
set
let you
piece.
have it.
have a
Yeah, I
look. You
think
know
it
what?
was.
We all got
Yes,
internet.
yes.
Double check. I just know we're high on it. That's what I'm saying.
No. See, look, I'm happy to let you have the set piece because, but I'm just wondering why everybody was crashing on me at set piece.
Yes.
When you scored the most.
So
set
to
piece.
explain to you, Dial, that's where it comes from. The individual quality that we have. And because again, I'm talking to a lot of people in regards to Manchester United, I realize a lot of people don't watch us. There's a lot of times people go, "Oh, you lot played well." No, we didn't. I've had people tell me, "Oh, you played well against Spurs. You had 2 shots on target, and the last one was the 97th minute equalizer for De Ligt." How do we play well against Spurs? What are we talking about here? Same way with Forest, same way with Crystal Palace, same way with Wolves, same way with Everton, same way with Fulham, same way with Arsenal. Our performance level has been poor consistently the entire, and I've been talking about this from the very, very beginning. But it's only until the Wolves game people are like, "Hey, you know what? United are kind of not bad, you know." Like that's the exception to the rule. No, that's the norm. And if Dorgu's goal counts, nobody's talking about it. It's like, "Oh yeah, United won straight past Wolves, Arsenal did it, and other teams have done it." Hey, well, like, no, it doesn't work like that. Performances let you know where you are. And I've said we've been cheating death. Our performances don't match where we are in the table. They don't. But it's also testament to how poor in quality the league is. But they don't. We don't play. We've not, like I said, if we do team of the season, how many Manchester United players are getting a mention? Not in the side getting a mention where we go, yeah, him, honorable mention.
I probably give Bruno a
I
mention.
told you already. One
Okay, so Bruno won. Who else?
Bueno.
Yeah, but again, but you have to remember that there's 20 teams on a roster of about.
Probably not. Yeah, probably just Bruno, really.
We got there. One or two. Thank you.
Yeah, but 1 or 2 out of 20 teams with over 30 people in their roster in the whole league, that is a good statistics. You get
how many for you getting?
I think Declan Rice maybe only for now. Like from me, like play.
So
like,
you only got one player who gets a mention.
Nah, Timber.
I think for me, and this is me being because again I have to look.
So
I
Raya
can say
He's saying about team of the season, not player of the season.
Donnarumma and Alisson.
Team of the season. Yeah, team of the season. Yeah.
Raya, Donnarumma. I'm looking at those. I love Raya. I pick Raya up over him.
So let me ask you, Dio.
If you're asking Dio without being,
we do team of the season right now. How many Arsenal players, in your opinion, do you get a mention?
Maybe two.
So you don't
Timber definitely.
Team of the season, only 2 Arsenal players get a mention. Are you mad?
Again, I'm saying if you're
Timber, Calafiori,
Raya gets a mention.
Rice.
Timber, Saliba,
okay, team
Gabriel,
of season is Arsenal.
Rice,
Okay, no. Arsenal is team of the season is Arsenal. The only person
that's what I'm asking you. That's what I'm saying, Dio. I'm talking about team of the season.
No, he asked about team of the season.
I'm asking team of the season.
And I said maybe 2 Arsenal players from that I can assuredly say right now. By the time the season ends, we'll see.
Not just get in. I'm saying mentioned. So even if they don't get in, you can.
They don't get it. We get a lot of mentions. We will get a lot of mentions.
That's my point.
You guys in the comments will be their team this season.
So that's my point. Is we don't get a lot of mentions. I disagree with Bruno entirely, and I don't think any of our players get mentioned. Maybe the.
I'm just saying we get a lot of mentions. But I was speaking to who I think will get into team of the season. Like
but I'm saying both
will get in. Yeah,
but I'm saying both get in and also get a mention. To me, I don't think any of our players.
You don't need to do the humble gimmick.
Yeah.
No. Humble gimmick. I didn't realize he was addressing mentions. I thought he was saying
I'm addressing mentions to further show where we're at and where we've been playing. I'm saying
I get it now. I was just talking about the guys that get into the team of the level.
I'm saying I'm giving us more.
He said mention.
Yeah, I'm giving us more weight. I
don't think Zubimendi gets in team of the season at all.
No, but he gets a mention though. He gets a mention.
I wouldn't even mention. I would mention Zubimendi.
You think Bruno's been better than him this season, Jay?
I think Zubimendi's been good, but I think
no. Do you think Bruno's been better than Zubimendi this season?
Oh yeah, Bruno's definitely been better than Zubimendi this season, 100%. Yeah, Zubimendi's played well at home, but away from home, he needs a little longer with the physicality and stuff. Whenever I see Arsenal concede goals and stuff, he's at the crime scene. Zubimendi's at the crime scene a lot. Yeah, when Arsenal concede goals.
That's actually not true. But
come on, man.
Run with your narrative.
Zubimendi's at the crime scene a fair amount when Arsenal concede.
Run with your narrative. He's got a 90%.
Bruno's not the most player in the most
long goals is not higher than Bruno. Chances created.
I don't think I personally.
Zubimendi created 15 chances in 20 games, and you're saying he's not good.
Bro, listen,
How many
I'm saying I've hate watched a lot of Arsenal this season. I've hate watched every single game. Yeah, Zubimendi has been good. I don't think he's been one of the best midfielders in the league. I don't think he's been a bad signing. I think he's been a good signing. I just don't think he's been one of the best midfielders in the league. I just think he's been good. So I think when he's made mistakes, and he's made some quite big mistakes for Arsenal that have led to
Mention
goals
one.
conceded.
Mention one.
Tottenham, he gave the ball away for Richarlison to score.
Yeah, that's the only one you can mention. Like, so
hold
on. Let me finish. Which is fair enough. You did mention one. Gabriel gave the ball away to Bournemouth and they scored a goal. Does that make Gabriel not a good player?
Let's check private,
I can list all the players in Arsenal that have made mistakes like that this season that has cost us goals, but that's not the point. The point is we're saying how good is Zubimendi. You can't say he's not good because of that mistake, is what I'm pointing out to you. Stats say differently, totally. The stats in comparison to like
so basically against Sunderland, he conceded the free kick that they scored against. Against Liverpool, he conceded the free kick.
That's not a mistake.
Against. Hey, listen. Whether you say it's not, I'm saying that he's at the crime scene. That's my original point was he's at the crime scene. Yeah, that was my point. I said he's at the crime scene when Arsenal conceded.
So we added in. So when you're at the crime scene, we can use that against the player. Yeah, that's a negative, right? That's a negative, Jay, right? Wait, Jay, we can use that when a player's at the crime scene. We can use that as a negative against them. Yeah?
Listen. Arsenal have been very good in.
I'm just asking the question, Jay, man. Jay. I'm just asking the question, man.
Yeah, we can use.
All I'm saying is, I think he's been I think he's been a good midfielder this season. I think there's been other midfielders who've been better. That's all I'm saying.
That, man.
I'm not trying to. Arsenal fans, I'm not coming for Zubimendi. I'm just saying he's at the crime scene sometimes. Come on, guys.
Being at the crime scene is not. I remember that.
Yeah. So I'm saying he's just at the crime scene.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think Mozambique just substituted off their goalkeeper.
What? He's injured.
Because 4 goals to Nigeria.
It's 4.
Nigeria. Where's Lewis, this fraud? Khalas, now your pain ends flawless. Now we can actually have some analysis instead of you just saying Amorim out every stream. Hopefully that will be me next, which is finally I can actually look at the players and assess who the hell is doing well and who's not, because I can't do that right now. So
yeah, just it's tough, man. But hey, man, when your manager's the worst ever in history and people are telling you ain't that bad and like, you know, I'm going to fire back.
Who the hell said that? Anyway,
I don't know, man. I'm not sure, man. I'm at a loss. I can't remember. Someone who's always like Zubimendi, always on the crime scene is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I don't understand what that means. So I just
listen, and also like press resist. Like honestly, I'm sure Arsenal fans, you know, like again from a fitness point.
The next topic, anyway, is Arsenal, because I'm gonna wait on Chelsea City. I'm gonna wait on Chelsea City just until Vater's gonna be here in 12 minutes exactly. So
I'm saying he's a little tired. Against Bournemouth, it wasn't his best game passing one. Maybe it's a bit of recency bias. Maybe I've just seen him in the last couple of games and he's been giving the ball away a little bit more, getting pressed a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit of recency bias.
Zubimendi has been more consistent for Arsenal than he has been inconsistent. I think you just want to pick on the games, and then things like at the crime scene and all that is again this is somebody who is coming from another league and has really settled in. He's one of the players that has really genuinely settled in. You know, and when you say the physicality as well, like you talk about physicality, he's won more duels than Bruno Fernandes. He's won more, like played more minutes than him.
Forget this topic. I want to move on, talk about Arsenal until Vater comes here so we can talk about Chelsea City. Dio. Why is Dio bottom anyway? Put him top. There you are.
Thank you.
Or actually, no, is it fair? Yeah, it's probably fair to do this. Anyway, Dio, another week, another win. How do you feel being top right now? How's your feeling with Arsenal Football Club?
I'm happy. I'm happy with where we're at. I think the win for us this weekend for Arsenal is not a season definer. That's not the season defining win for me. It's good. It just feels good to know that you can go in and get the job done. I think about 4 or 5 teams last season that we dropped points to, we got points against back this season. Last season, the 4 teams, Brighton, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, home and away last season. And I think the last team was, if I'm not mistaken, I think Fulham, right? Those 4 teams, we had 12 points. You know how many points we got last season? We got 3 points out of those 4. We got 3 points. This season we got 12 points out of all those 4 teams. And that for me is progress. So yeah, I'm happy where we're at. 6 points is nothing to feel like, oh, the league is over. Nope. 6 points is a good cushion that will allow you to rectify any mistakes you make along the line, if you do make any mistakes. And I think that's what 6 points does for us. But yes, we needed to go do our own business, and we did our business. Bournemouth, again, hadn't been in good form, so I expected us to go win away. I mean, I remember how people talked about our away form just recently, a few weeks ago. But our last 3 away games, we've gone and we've gotten points and we've won. And so, again, the away form is looking better for us now. Home form, yes, we know how good we are at home. So I mean, you know, our next few games, the ones at home, I'm not worried about. Is the away form, I'm a little like, just go there, get the business done. But 6 points, man, you know, it's cushy, it's good. It's good. It's a good buffer. So that if you draw a game or you lose a game, you know that you don't have the chance to do it. You've got to rectify it immediately, you know. So it's a good buffer. But yeah, I mean, what else is there to say? Everybody on that day against Bournemouth, I think, did very well. I mean, what really got me was the fact that we played a Noni Madueke, Martinelli, and the Gyökeres. And in the second half, we could change our front three to Gabby Jesus, Bukayo Saka, and Leandro Trossard. Like, we literally just swapped all 3 of them at the same time. You know, that's good squad depth for me. Like, I'm happy we have that. I'm happy we have players coming back. You know, so yeah. Well, it's looking good for now. It's still January. We'll see what happens by the end of January. I put something in the group chat, and I know a lot of you have seen it. Lewis, you saw it. I told you how many points Chelsea would be by the end of January and how many points City would be by the end of January. And it looks like we're on track to do that. I think we've already surpassed the Chelsea one, but it looks like we're on track to do the City.
Nice. Christmas champions miserable in May. Let's fucking have it. We're on schedule.
It looks like we're on schedule to do what I predicted for the end of January. Hopefully by the end of January, if the points that I said in the group chat is where we're at by end of January, then at that point I can actually beat my chest and say I think we win the league. Because for me, I look at the other games that we have. The people
you still don't have chest after all this, brother?
No. I'm saying that points wise, I'm talking just data and mathematically now. Anything can still happen, right? Points wise. I have chest that my team is good enough to go on to win the league. I think we're going to win the league. No, see, Hossam, yeah, I've said this many times on your stream. You put me full screen. Arsenal is winning the league, but we're talking football now. And
I agree.
We're talking football. I've said Arsenal is winning the league. I'm backing my team.
Flawless doesn't agree.
Yeah, but if we're talking just the football, I'm saying if we're talking just the football.
Wait, what you saying, Lewis? You got Arsenal winning the league?
City will pull it back. It's only 6 points.
See, so
wait, Lewis, I thought you said you're giving up this weekend.
Oh no, City. That's a blue ribbons.
Didn't you say after Chelsea City that you're giving up basically on the City winning the league thing?
Oh, I said I've given up on my league season. I don't give a damn what we do in the
Prem. No, yeah. Anyway, look at this guy. I'm getting up on the mind.
World Champions of the world team, right?
Jay, you got Arsenal, right?
Again,
you have zero shame. What is your shame?
I'm focused on the cups, man. I want to see some armpits.
So again, Hossam, for me, the reason why I said that I'm waiting till the end of January because of what I predicted in the group chat is because there are certain teams in the top 4, top 5 right now that will be fighting to stay in Champions League place. One of the teams I'm looking at is Aston Villa. They've given themselves such a cushion that even if they start fumbling in any way, they would want to stay in that top 4 because they want Champions League. And City still have to play them. Right? City is the one game that I think we still have to play, but we have a cushion. So I'm good with the cushion when we play City. I hope that by the time we play them, what literally maybe 7 or maybe even 8 points. At that point, I'll be cool. That's when I'll be at rest to say, all right, good to go. Because Villa and City still play on the last day of the season. And if Villa is fighting to stay in that top 4 because they've maybe lost a couple of games, they will give them a game. You just have to, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the football, we can talk that. But if you're asking me as an Arsenal fan,
what do you think of Declan Rice so far this season?
See, in form right now, I think I can. To me, in form right now, I was thinking about it this morning. I think Declan Rice is the best midfielder in Europe right now. And I'll explain why. We all say the English Premier League is the hardest league and the best league and blah, 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 blah. We say this all the time. It has the best managers. It has the most money. It has this. It has that. It's better than every other league. If it's better than every other league and he's the best performing midfielder right now in form, currently in the best league, then I think he's the best midfielder in Europe based off that alone. But if you're saying based off how he's performing for Arsenal, playing at the number 8, crashing the box, I'm very happy with that. And he did say it in an interview last year. Remember where he did an interview and they asked him and he said, the manager wants me to play higher up, but we're working on certain little things. And he did talk about that he had an interview, I think, with the Athletic or something, if I'm not mistaken, maybe David Ornstein or someone. And he did mention that the manager wanted him playing higher up the pitch. So yeah, I'm happy with the way he's playing. I'm happy with the fact that, from what I gathered, he had an injury and he still came in and played like that. Like that's insane. That's giving it all for your club and for your badge. And I would say it anyway. If we're going to keep calling the Premier League the best league, and Declan is right now surpassing every other midfielder in the Premier League, then he is the best midfielder in Europe. I'll call it.
Jay,
I mean, it's not a ridiculous. I mean, it's not a ridiculous point you
just
make.
before you
it's
start,
not.
who do you think will win the league? Just to make sure.
Me, I always thought Arsenal would. Like, I hate saying it.
Okay.
I actually hate saying it, but I thought preseason Arsenal, like Liverpool, I thought they did too much disruption to their team. Like, and I was just like, so automatically. And then when Arsenal got Hincapié and Eze at the end, I was like, even without Hincapié and Eze, I still kind of had them as favorites. But those two on top, and it's like, if they lock in, they could do some sort of nonsense double or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm not looking forward to it. I think honestly it's horrible.
Jay is having nightmares right now.
because the thing is your squad is so deep, like, and you've now got Gabriel, who's like a circuit breaker for games where it's like nil. That was what Arsenal were missing a little bit over the last few games. Just someone who can just come in and score a set piece, like bang. Like, do you know what I mean? And all of a sudden you broke it. So, I mean, looking at that, the Rice thing, Rice is playing ridiculous. He's actually playing ridiculously. And it's even like, when you're watching him out of possession, he's one of the best midfielders in the world. Calmly. Like, without the ball, calmly, one of the best in the world. Now, he's starting to do a lot with the ball. Like we used to be like, oh, he doesn't pass forward enough. He doesn't this, he doesn't that. All of that stuff that we all criticize him for, he's taking away. Do you know what I mean? He's doing it. He's and goal. I think I don't see like if Arsenal stayed remotely fit, like if Rice stays fit all season, Gabriel Saliba, I think that would be enough for them. Even if they got injuries anywhere else in the team.
Yeah, but again, have you noticed, Jay, that this season we beat Villa 4-1 without Declan Rice in the team. We've won games without Gabriel, and that's the good thing that I like about that. I like the fact that regardless of how key these players are for us, they're very important for. Don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying anything that they're doing. If I would love to have them fit all season, but there's a little bit of confidence in me with the squad depth we have to say, okay, even when we don't have them, we can go in and get a stinky 1-0 and wait till next week till they come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing.
But one of the biggest things I think Arsenal have, and we don't talk about it enough, is their best player, their best attacker is Trossard this season, right? And this is a guy that a lot of Arsenal fans would arguably have let go in the summer to upgrade. Or to bring someone like if Arsenal had said we're getting rid of Trossard and we signed Eze, a lot of Arsenal fans wouldn't have complained. They wouldn't have moaned.
That's true. Yeah, wouldn't have complained. Would have taken I would have taken that at any day of the.
You would have taken it and you would have contemplated it as an upgrade.
Yeah, as an upgrade, but that meant that if we did that, that meant Eze would have more playing time, which means Eze would be playing more. Probably more playing time means Eze then shows the class that Eze has.
Do you think so?
No, I'm saying if the more you
what Trossard is doing this season.
No, Trossard is doing the madness right now. Don't get me wrong. And I'm happy. And I think maybe the coming in of Eze, him knowing that there's Martinelli, who's not really very good right now, but he's doing a madness in the Champions League. There's Eze that can take his position as well. He's the oldest player on the team. He's got to take a level of, you know what, I'm the mature one. I have to better my game. You have to look back at the people that they're bringing behind you and step up and step in. Because again, you'll be the first to get caught being the older one. You're 31. Yeah. The other guys are younger than you, and they can also still improve. So it's like, all right, cool. This might be my last season with Arsenal. I want to go out with a bang. I want to win something too, so I'm going to give my all.
And
He's
also,
a mature player, so you know.
One thing I'll just add on top of that, and I will hold my hands up because I don't mind saying I'm wrong. When Arsenal upgraded Trossard's contract in the summer, but didn't add any years on or anything like that, I laughed because I said, why are you giving a player more money when you're not actually getting more from it as a football club in terms of protection, length, whatever? And I think you can make the argument that decision has been massively vindicated from Arsenal in how Trossard has played this season. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I feel like
it was also an internal thing that, well, I know.
Sure, I am.
I know someone who works there, but no, he's not anywhere high up. This is just inside stuff that he says. He says they wanted the players to all not, of course, players that perform will get more salary, but they didn't want the disparity between player salaries that vast as well. They're trying to find a balance which is why even though Trossard didn't get an extension, he got an increase, because it would be crazy for him to be performing this way and be the guy earning 60 grand a week, while Bukayo Saka, who is our star boy, I love him to death, but he's not performing at the levels that he had set in previous years right now, and he's getting 295, 300K. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's just a mad disparity. So I think they wanted to kind of just put players in a place where everybody was, so you don't feel like your effort is not being compensated. So I think it's a good thing that they did. Again, he's 31, so adding more years to his contract, I think, would have also just been not necessary. If there's going to be a new renewal for one more year, if he's performing, do it on a year-to-year basis when they get to that age,
And the one thing also as well, Arsenal this is the one and only time that Arsenal will have the number of players that they've got in their squad. This is a one-time thing this season where they've got Trossard, Martinelli, Eze, Ethan, like Madueke, Saka, Jesus, Gyökeres, Havertz. Like, do you know what I mean? Odegaard. Like, next season, all of these players won't stay. It's impossible. Do you know what I mean? Because there's just not enough game time per se.
It all depends on what you mean by they'll stay, because some of them will definitely move on, like the Trossards and co, who I think because of their age might move on. But if you do have a squad and you built a deep squad that can actually go on this season to win the Premier League, and then they look at themselves and say next year we can actually go on and do some other stuff together, I think a few of them will stay. And if they're getting paid well, like, what are you going to go and do? Go. You're going to leave and go where? You think Eze will leave after just joining and signing how many years contract? Or Ethan that has a 5-year contract next year. If anybody wants to come for Ethan, you can come pay out the contract. It's a 5-year contract. He just signed it in 2025. You can come buy out the
50 million plus, yeah. 50 million plus.
You can come buy out the 4 years, and let's see how much we'll throw on the table for you. That's my point. Again, these guys.
That's where Arsenal did well in the summer, because Ethan had a year left in the summer, didn't he? He had a year. And Arsenal, whatever lies they told him to sign that contract. Yeah.
They didn't tell him any lies. Mikel Arteta said exactly what they told him. They said, you were the youngest player to ever come and play in the Premier League through the Arsenal, like coming into Arsenal. We've given you a chance. You're probably one of the youngest players up until Max Daumann to play in the Champions League that we gave you. Like, this is part of the dry spell patch that you're going to go through as a young player in a big club. But you're going to either have to work through it, be preparing yourself every day, so when you get a chance, you step on the pitch and do the job. Or if you want to leave, it's up to you and your team. Come with offers. The club doesn't want to let you go, but the truth is this is going to happen, especially in a club like Arsenal, but not Madrid or Barca that takes the risk with young players like that. If you've noticed, like, how many young players can you point at in Arsenal? We took a risk with Fabregas. We took a risk with what's his name again? Fabregas was probably like one of our youngest, 16, 17 at the time. Jack Wilshere was another young person, but we don't have a history of just having very, very young players, so again, he's going to have to ride the wave. He's in a team where he's still going to get a chance to play in Carabao Cups and FA Cups, so, and he'll fight for his place. But we did the same thing with Saliba when we got him. We sent him off on loan. He said he wasn't very happy about it, but there was a reason he was sent off on loan. I don't mind Ethan going on the loan to get game time if game time is what everybody's complaint is about, but that Ethan is not getting minutes is the problem now. Like, well, at the top of the table with 6 points ahead, people are complaining to me about Ethan's minutes. I'm like, how is that? How is that?
Yeah. we got to take what we can, Dyer. We haven't got a huge amount.
We haven't got a lot to bat.
So now I've got to complain about an 18-year-old's pathway. That's what I've got.
That's where we're at.
That's what I've got to work with here.
that's where we're at now. I'm just like, look, I don't understand it. Like, again, we beat Bournemouth and everybody's asking me, why is Eze not playing? Like, excuse me, we have an England international.
But that is
no,
four
hold on,
games.
Hear me out.
That is four.
It don't matter though. It don't matter. You have.
Dyer, come on, let's not be disingenuous. We've been doing so well.
It don't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? This is what you call first world problems. Thank you for the question. Listen. This is what you call first world. No. It's first world problems. It's first world problems. It's good. Fair. We have the luxury of Eze coming out. I just told you, I said against Bournemouth, we took out Martinelli, Noni Madueke, and Victor Gyökeres, and in one fell swoop made a substitution and brought in Gabriel Jesus, Bukayo Saka, and Leandro Trossard. First world problems. I like it. I like that Eze is on the bench for 4 games, and Eze is looking and saying, I didn't come here to be on the bench. The minute I get my feet in that pitch, he did it against Tottenham. He showed what he could do. The minute I get my feet on that pitch, because there are games that we're going to need him. You know, again, right now, Martin Odegaard is playing very well, and there'll be games that we'll be able to play both of them. I think that this kind of problems I like. Because right now, Eze knows he needs to go in.
I agree with Dio. These are good problems to have, but flawless. You haven't spoken up on Arsenal. I want to hear your opinion.
Let me just ask Gyökeres.
Yeah, because Jay and Dio were having the dialect.
Yeah, it was just like I was giving him a nice tone because normally I was giving him a nice tone.
That was cordial.
I didn't hear what you said, Jay.
Gyökeres, last point is on before I pass it over to
He sticks out like a sore thumb right now.
Yeah, Gyökeres is not doing what we brought him to do.
Don't worry, he's dragging defenders with him.
He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing with scoring goals. I totally agree with that. But I'll say this. I look at Arsenal as a team, and you know I've always said I always look at it as a team, but for not scoring goals, we're not doing enough for him. That's number one. He's also not doing enough for himself. But we've won more games with Gyökeres in the team than we've lost. And we've lost more games when he was injured out of the team. Like our losses and draws came when he was not in the team. So again, whether or not he is the striker, because everybody's looking for how to. Everybody's looking for how to.
Ooh, Bomba flawless. There you are.
You're on mute, bro.
All is at the wheel.
All you gonna a short interest in taking United as caretaker regardless of United taking.
You know what this means, though.
This is nothing new to this is nothing new from the comment. This is the comment before
Fabrizio Romano.
Just because Pab's actually dropped a tweet now.
Just like this.
Well, this is all we know. So all he's showing interest in it. This is not a surprise. Of course, he would take the United.
You know that
the biggest job he's gonna get. It's the biggest job he's gonna get. Once he said that, that's crazy.
I'm not saying
he's posted it.
Yeah.
Would you take Ollie at interim?
No, I don't think lightning strikes twice.
Already.
I don't think you can put that in the back of that. Yeah, I don't think you can put the lightning back in the bottle again.
No,
yeah, but again, Flawless, this is a interim caretaker position.
It's just not an like interim.
This is basically saying steer the ship. Yeah, in fifth position.
Why? I think there's better options than him to do it.
Yeah. Well,
as interim, who?
Yes, interim. I said, yeah, Carrick and Rude. Yes, Carrick and Rude. Either one of those two.
Like Rude did well. Rude sucked at Leicester too.
Rude didn't do bad when he took over United. He did well.
Yeah.
When he was in.
I would go with Carrick. 100%.
Wow, he was better than Ten Hag. Congratulations.
Oh, he did well.
We couldn't beat either.
He was also better than Slot, but here we are. But yeah, like he did well. Like
he's actually not better than Slot as much as
he did well.
Slot.
He did well, man. I'm saying no in that role in what he did. He did well. But I don't get
Carrick,
it. But like this is nothing new. You man hyping up nothing. All it says is all these.
I cannot believe you are this. You're arguing about interim. What difference does it make?
Who's arguing about the interim? Is my preference. How
you know I take Gerrard.
Wait. How are you mad at me for my preference?
Okay. Can I tell you why? Can I tell you why?
Go on.
Right now, I want Slot gone. Right? I take Gerrard as interim. Interim is not that deep at all.
cool. It's not to you. To me, it is.
You think it's deep? What do you think?
Because I think we could
manager's
actually
gonna
do something
achieve?
decent because it sets us up for the next season potentially. The right interim or the wrong interim could be the difference between us and Europe. Could be the difference between us and the FA Cup. What
Yeah,
we
but I
talking
think
about
your
here?
ceiling is like 5th place.
Okay, yeah, and that's cool. But with him,
Yeah.
maybe not so. I think, 5th is fair. I think 5th, 4th is fair. I don't think we get 5th and 4th with him. I think he's scarred from what happened. You want to talk about failing? He failed in Turkey, but no one talks about that.
He did fail in Turkey.
Yeah. So no one talks about.
But
if he
here's the thing: I'm
performed in
keeping the
Turkey.
same energy.
He
Gerrard
failed
in Saudi.
abysmally.
I
He
don't
failed
care.
abysmally. It was abysmal in Turkey. It wasn't like he did. And he went to one of the biggest clubs over there. It's not like he went to a mid-table club. But people just overlook that. But if he did well, that's all you would hear about. No, I don't want to manage you.
Yeah, but Flawless, I think they're looking at him for something. I think they're looking at him as interim for something else.
They're not looking at him. Let's no.
I said even if they were okay, hear me out. Even if they wanted,
is in denial.
I think your
Fabrizio wouldn't post it for no reason.
Here's what I think. I think your management, right, are looking for an interim manager that can come give the club that energy back. Like
I heard that.
So that's why, like, for example, Gerrard coming back to Liverpool would be a good interim manager for them because of where they are. So, and because of where you are, maybe one of, like you said, Rude, I agree with you because he was a United player and did well at United when he was there, the United player, and did well when he came. So I think that would give that energy back. I think that's what they're looking. I think if I were your management, that's what I'd be looking for right now. Because again, you're in a position where you just need to play easy football till the end of the season, get Champions League position, and get the energy, get the crowd behind the fans back behind the club, and then find a proper manager.
I agree with all that. Yeah, Manchester United taking their time to assess candidates for the job, so there's no names mentioned.
That's good though. I like that. They're taking.
Is he on the list? Probably, but yeah, and it's not like he said. Yeah, he's definitely on the list. But you might can keep reaching. I hear it, man.
Who's at the top of flawless list?
I've already answered this before. What for interim? Rude or Carrick? Said this before.
No. Like permanent. If you could get
some permanent. There's no standard.
You didn't let him outside now, Hussam.
There's no. I said this. There's no stand. I like Harriola, but I don't like what's going on at Bournemouth currently. I do take that into consideration. It's falling off a cliff. It's not like they're going through a blip. Granted, the team is not the best, but I rate you as a manager. I think you should be getting more out of that side because of you. That's what it is. I can't praise you when you are, and then when you're not, say, it's the team. Like, that's unfair. There's no. Go on.
But since you have the microphone, before we move on to Chelsea City, tell me your thoughts on Arsenal now. Has your opinion changed? Well. Do you feel differently about them or anything?
No, I was only. I think the Villa win was like the Bournemouth when I expected him to beat Bournemouth. That's not a surprise or not a shock. I was only half watching. The Villa win was very impressive. That's a statement win. Not only did they beat Villa, it's the manner in which they did it as well, and obviously a heavy scoreline. But no, I stand on what I've said about Arsenal overall. The biggest issue is the manager. I think that will be the detriment. I think the 11's there. I think the squad's there. I've said this. I have a very good team with some very, very good players. But he will be the one that cost them.
Can I ask you a question? What does the manager have to do to show you that he's not going to cost the league? Because again, up until now, everything that you said about the manager, he has answered. Everything you said about him.
He's not, because when you've dropped points, a few of them games have been because of him. His piss poor lineup and management against Liverpool is what cost you in that game.
No, what cost us? No.
Come
on, let's not do this. The Liverpool game was a worldie that
you should have won it.
Practically no goal.
You should have won it.
Listen, a worldie that practically, again, just like the
goal. But it still dropped points. But Dial, it still dropped points. Okay, Dial. Let's say it doesn't go in. Dial. Say it doesn't.
That's how he cost.
Okay, so Dial, say the goal doesn't go in. My point is the way he set up. That's the point that I'm making. That's the game you go there and win with the defensive lineup. It was super defensive.
What was defensive about
and the way you played? The whole lineup. What do you mean? What was defensive about the lineup? What was your team? Tell me your team. Tell me your 11.
No. You said it.
Tell me your 11. Madueke was there. It was Madueke, Gyökeres, and who was the other? Who was the other winger?
Martinelli.
It was Zubimendi, Rice, and Moreno, right?
Moreno.
And then your back four was your back four. Yes. And I watched how you lot set up. You lot did not try and attack.
And who else did we have on the bench for midfield?
Say again?
Who else did we have on the bench that could come off for midfield?
Why is this
Eze was on the bench. Eze was on the bench. Eze was on the bench. I remember specifically Eze was on the bench because that was the whole conversation.
The games we
Flawless
lost.
is right though. You were defensive at Anfield.
Hey,
That's not
hey,
what
listen,
I'm
super
no, hey,
defensive.
listen. He
Man
said
was
we lost the
scared to
game.
death.
You didn't come
Oh, Sam,
outside to try to play that.
Sam, I am not
Yeah,
talking
death.
about whether we came out to attack or not. What he said was that the Liverpool game is an example of where the manager
Yes.
cost us. And I said the goal
Yes.
in Liverpool was an anomaly
Not
goal.
the goal.
that No,
It's not the
no
goal.
goalkeeper would have
Don't
caught.
put
That
Dial,
game
don't
would
put
have
words
ended.
in my
Listen,
mouth. It's not the goal.
He came. He
It's
set
not
up.
the goal.
He came. He set up for a draw. Yes.
Yes,
But
and that's a
was not-
problem.
Listen,
Don't go there and settle for a
listen,
draw.
Listen. In 20
Go there
games,
and win.
in 20 games, I'm going to ask you this question. I want
Yeah.
you to give me the answer. In 20
Okay.
games, you said the manager is going to cost the league because this whole
Yes.
thing about always putting on the manager. For me, yes, the games where he sets up wrong, I'll call it out. In
Mhm.
20 games, mention the games where he has set up wrongly, even with the defensive team that you called and they won the games in. That they had Mikel Merino, Declan Rice.
Again, it was not. No. Don't try and change my.
When
Don't
you
try and
mentioned
make my
those games where
argument
we
for me.
won with
Don't try.
that
Wait.
midfield.
Okay, if you ask me a question, you gotta give me a chance to answer, and don't try and make my
Yeah.
argument for me because that's not what I said. Don't try and be slick like that. I never said it's because he's defensive all the time. I picked out one game in particular, and you don't like it. He was defensive in that game. Again, his setup even when against Chelsea. Did you not play? Wait, let me land. Let me land. You've asked me a question. You can't get an answer from me because you keep talking over me. If you want, just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean I'm wrong. Let me land my point. Like Jesus Christ. So as I was saying, the Liverpool game, yes, he was defensive. He was shook to death. The way you set up and the way you played in that game was disgusting for a team going for a title, and it wasn't even a Liverpool side that was flying. Let's be really real. You played against 10-man Chelsea, who are not the best outfit, and we've seen Sunderland go there and win. We've seen it. Yeah, man tried to be slick and build my argument for me. Like I said that. No, I didn't say that about they're always defensive. I'm just pointing that out.
I didn't say you said they're always defensive, but you didn't hear what I said though. I heard
exactly what you said.
No. I didn't say you said that they're always defensive flawless. What I said is you said the setup against Liverpool was a defensive setup.
Yes.
And I said I agree with you. I said, can you mention 2-3 other games where he had that same setup and they went on to win with that setup that you call defensive against other teams? Because he did play that same setup against other teams and they won with that setup.
Okay, so that means it worked then, but it didn't work against Liverpool.
So my point
we're pointing out when it doesn't work. We're not pointing out when it works and it didn't work against Liverpool.
I agree it didn't work. I agree that it didn't work against Liverpool, but that means that no manager is going to get it 100% right in all 38 games. Fair enough.
True.
Can we agree to that?
I agree with that 110%. Yes.
Exactly. So can we agree that the Liverpool one, he didn't get it right in the Liverpool one, and then he realized, but he still used that same setup and he got it right against other teams, and they still won with that same setup. So my point is, he will get some things wrong in the season.
Yes.
For me to then say, because I know he's going to get some things wrong, he's going to be the cause of why. No. What if he starts?
I think he gets enough. I think he gets enough wrong to cost you points. What are we talking about?
Against Chelsea.
Yes.
Hold on. Against
Chelsea,
you
should have pinned them back. That should have been
exactly. Hold on. Against Chelsea, a manager sets up attacking against Chelsea. 10-man Chelsea sets up enough for you to attack. Sometimes players are the ones that let these managers down on the pitch.
I don't think he did. I don't think he made. What changes did he make in the game? What did he make? Well, how did he alter that game? Tell me. How did he alter? I'm asking you the question. How did he? Because I don't remember him trying to alter that game at any point like that. What subs did he make?
You don't remember him trying to alter the game?
No, I don't remember. It was all like for like to my knowledge. Was it not? Correct me if I'm wrong.
He took out Gabriel Martinelli, who wasn't really doing much. Brought in Ethan Nwaneri that everybody's shouting.
Okay, so that's like for like. Hold on. That proves my point. Go on.
They're not like for like. They don't play in the same position though. Martinelli.
They're both attacking players. Did they replace him?
I'm saying you said pin them back. You're bringing an attacking player. You said pin them back, right?
I know. I said and you didn't. And I said it. So I said all his changes were like for like, which they was. He brought in an attacking player for an attacking player.
Yeah, but what do you do to pin back a team? What do? You bring in a defensive player for an attacking player?
No, you take off a defensive player and put on an attacking player. What was your midfield trio against them?
What
was your midfield trio against them, Dio? Why can't I get an answer to the question? What was your midfield trio against 10-man Chelsea?
I'll pull it up right now.
Thank you.
I'll pull it up right here.
What was it?
Midfield trio against Chelsea.
Yeah, what was the starting 11?
That's starting 11. I'm reading out for you. Raya, Timber, Mosquera, Hincapié, Calafri, because they had those injuries. Zubimendi, Rice, Eze, Martinelli, Saka, and Mikel Merino.
Okay, cool. And then what changes did he make during the game?
And during the game, we had...
Your bench is stellar, so use it. 10-man Chelsea, go put them to the sword. Go throw on another attack. You have a man up. You don't need Rice and Zubimendi in the team. Don't
You
need
don't
them
need
both.
Rice. You
Take
don't need
off one
Rice
of
and
them.
Zubimendi. Hold on, you don't need
No,
Rice.
not
and Zubimendi in the
not
team.
against 10-man Chelsea. You know, with half an hour to go or 20
When
minutes
Rice
to go.
has
No.
been, wait, hold on. You see, this is what I this narrative. I think until you guys
What-
stop being
What narrative
disingenuous.
put on an
Hold on,
attacking player?
let me finish what I'm
Go on.
saying. It's a narrative.
Go on.
Rice
It's
has
not
not
no
played
narrative.
six. Rice has not played six for Arsenal since last season.
I'm not saying
Rice
Rice
has
has
been
played
our
six.
eight. Hold on, he's been an attacking. We've used Rice more upfront than anything else. Yes, we see him run back, cover a lot of grass, help defensively when he needs to help. But Rice has not been. So when you say you can't have Rice and Zubimendi on the squad, as though both of them are playing like a double pivot six, it's not true.
I didn't say a
has
double
played.
pivot
Go look
six.
at- go-
Again,
go
don't
look
put
at
words in
Rice's
my mouth.
recap.
Don't
Go
put
look at
words in my
Rice's
mouth. I
recap.
never.
It
Wait.
changes
No,
again.
we're not putting.
Which is why I
No.
said-
Don't
which
put
is why I
words in my
said-
mouth. I never
anyway.
said that. I never said that. So don't put words in my mouth. That's the second time you've done that. If you are unsure about something I'm saying, ask it. Stop assuming. Because I don't assume with you. I ask. Man never said they played as a double pivot. Them words never ever left my mouth. All I said was be more attacking, which means take
what
off
does that
Rice
mean,
or
Exfoliate?
Zubimendi and bring on an attacking player.
So
So bring
Rice
on
is
a
not an
Wanyeri
attack. Rice is
and
not
Eze.
attacking.
Bring
Hold
on a
on, Rice
more
is-
okay,
Rice
a
is
more
not
attacking
attacking.
player. No, Rice
Rice
is
is
not
not
Odegaard.
attacking enough.
Rice is not Odegaard or Eze. No, he's not that attacking. No, he's not a final third player. No,
You guys, you
no,
just-
he's not.
yeah,
No,
I like
no,
how you guys
Rice
start
is not.
to
No,
get
Rice is not
carried-
Odegaard or Eze. No, no, he's not. He's
Carry
not
on.
like that. No, he's not a 10. He's not a final third player. No, he's not. He's a box-to-box midfielder. That's what he is. So a box-to-box midfielder and a final third player are not the same thing. Odegaard, Wanyeri, and Eze are not the same as Declan Rice. What are we talking about here? So there we go. So that's two.
I
Go
agree
to a
with
next game if
Flawless.
you want.
I think
Yes
those
or
are
no?
more
Because I'm
attacking
smart.
players,
Man just in his feelings for no reason, even though they're
You know,
top of the league.
again,
Because I'm right on what I'm saying.
Ayo, I can't lie to you. I agree with Flawless. I think you're in your feelings for no reason.
Hossam, it's not about you.
The Anfield game, which
let
is
me
Flawless's
finish.
point.
Hossam, let me
One
respond.
second, yeah, Habibi,
Let
Dayo,
me
you have to
respond.
let others speak so you can understand
Let
what
me
I'm saying.
respond. Everything
With
you said right now
what
is a
Flawless,
fallacy.
with
Because
what
again,
Flawless is saying about the
again-
Anfield game, it's what I said at the time
Did
as
not-
well.
Anfield game.
I don't think Arteta came to win that game at all.
I said the same thing, Hossam. What are you? You have repeated
Tell
what I
us then
said.
why are you arguing?
I'm not arguing about that. You're not even listening because you're not. You're just
I am listening. You're
I said
saying
the
mention
Anfield
other
game-
examples, but
listen,
that's not
I said
Flawless's
the Anfield
point.
game. He said bring on attacking players. We brought in Martin Odegaard and Eberechi Eze in that game. Noni Madueke
For
came
who?
in that game.
For who?
Hold on.
For who?
He took out. Let me see who they pulled out again. It's actually all here, so there's no point in me telling you stories that touch the heart. I think he
Cool.
pulled out.
Come on,
It was I think it's Zubimendi that was even pulled out because
Come
of
on,
his
pull it up.
yellow. So he took out the defensive player, brought in more attacking force. Martin Odegaard came in for Zubimendi. He took out Zubimendi and brought in Odegaard at 57 minutes. You talk about this whole the manager doesn't change stuff, but you choose to ignore it when he does it, is what I'm saying. So when you say, oh, he's set up for failure, and I'm like, no, but he's making the changes that you're complaining about. He took out Martin Zubimendi, brought in Martin Odegaard.
Yeah, I'm
he
looking
took out
at the
Gabriel
57
Martinelli
minutes.
because he wasn't
Why
performing.
not do it sooner?
Hold on. I brought
it
in
work?
Noni Madueke again, brought in Victor Gyökeres and took out the Eberechi Eze
Gyökeres
because
came
again-
off. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
I
it
mean,
here.
it's-
He took
yeah,
off Gyökeres. Why would you take off your striker at that point?
No, he took off Eberechi Eze.
Yeah, I'm looking here.
At
Against
72.
Chelsea. 72 minutes. Oh yeah,
Yes,
Eze
I'm
out.
brought-
Gyökeres. So
I'm
who? So
brought in
wait,
Victor.
who
I'm
started?
brought in. Listen, I'm brought in Victor Gyökeres. You said
Who
attacking.
started? Why would you take off Eze at that point? Why not leave them on both together?
Who started? The person who
I don't
scored
know
the
who
most
started. I'm
goals-
confused.
I'm
I'm gonna find out now.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you who
I'm
started.
gonna
The
watch
person
it.
who
I'm
scored the
going
most
to it
goals.
now. I'm having
The
a look.
person who.
I'm having a
The
look.
person who.
I'm having a look.
The person who has
Relax,
scored the most goals
Relax.
for us this
Oh,
season.
so it was Zubimendi, Rice, Eze. That was the midfield, and he played Moreno up top. That's what it was with Saka
Marino
and
has the
Martinelli.
one. Who has scored the most goals for us now this season?
I'm not being. Where was I critical of it? I'm just stating what the six was.
I know, but
The
I'm letting
lineup
you
was.
know. Listen, but I'm
That
letting you know
wasn't
lineup,
critical of it.
that
But
same
did
lineup.
Moreno play the full 90?
That
Moreno played the
lineup.
full 90,
That
right? Yeah, he
lineup.
did.
That lineup is the same lineup, right?
Moreno
That
played the
has
full
been
90.
scoring goals.
And did it
So why
work
not
against
play it?
Chelsea? Did it work
Okay.
against Chelsea?
And at
Did
57
it work?
minutes,
Hey,
hold on.
Dial.
And at
Did it work?
57
Dial.
minutes,
Did it work against Chelsea?
it did not work against
Did
Chelsea.
it? Okay, so therefore, then we could look at
But
the
at
manager's
hold on,
decision
but at
making because
50
he got it wrong.
listen,
There we
at
go. That's
57
the point
at
I'm making. What are we
57
talking about here?
57 minutes, he made
What we
those
talking about?
changes that you're making.
Yeah, why is Moreno on? Why is Moreno? Why is Moreno
not
staying
be
on the
on?
90 minutes?
Why should Moreno not be on? And Gyökeres just came back from
Why
injury
Moreno
at the
stay-
time.
Why
Gyökeres just
Moreno
came back
stay
from
on?
injury, so you had to manage. You had to
Why
manage your
Moreno
players to
stay?
get in.
I hear that, but why Moreno stay on the 90 minutes?
Why wouldn't he
Why
stay on
not
the
leave
90
Eze?
minutes?
Why not leave Eze on? Who's a better attacker and more likely
Eze
to create and get you a
Eze
goal?
wasn't
Wait.
creating anything, though.
Wait. Who's
Eze wasn't-
against 10 men? Who's more likely to create and score you a goal? Eze or Moreno?
Marino this season so far for Arsenal.
What?
He scored
You think
more goals.
Eze?
Yeah.
You think Moreno's a more creative player than Eze?
No. You said who scored you more goals? Is that
No,
what you
I
asked?
didn't say who scores you more goals.
You're
There you
talking
picking
about
and choosing
creative.
again with selective listing.
If
I
you're
said
talking
against
about
10 men.
creative,
I said against
if you're
10 men.
saying
Who's more
creative,
likely
Eze.
to create and score you a goal.
Eze
Eze or Moreno.
Eze will create you a chance to score more goals. Yes, agreed. But he
Okay,
wasn't
then
doing it.
so leave him
He
on
wasn't
against 10
doing it
men.
in the game. Hey,
He wasn't, but leave
stop.
him on.
He
Why
wasn't
did you
doing it
sign
in the
him?
game.
You signed him
Why
for
would-
games like that.
But
You
why would
signed
you
him for
leave a
games
player
like that.
on when he's not
You
doing it?
signed him for
this is
games
why
like
you're
that. This is why you
disingenuous,
spent him big
The
money.
player is not
You
doing
signed
what
him.
he's
You
supposed
played
to
him.
do
You
in the
signed him
game,
for big games like that.
but he's not
And he
doing it
took off
at the
Eze
game.
safety,
So why
man.
would you take
It's
him
not
off?
safety.
Why
Why?
would
I
you
don't know
take
why
him
you
off?
took him off.
If a
Why
man,
would
if
you
a
take him
player's
off?
not performing, and if he didn't change
Don't
Eze,
take
he's
him
sitting
off.
here today and say, "Oh,
Was Moreno performing?
Arteta
Don't take him
did
off.
not do. Arteta did not make
Was
any
Moreno
changes. He
performing
didn't
or
want
did
to
he
win the
just
game.
lag?
What is this that you're doing?
Was Moreno
If you're gonna
performing or
come-
did he just score? Did
if-
Moreno
what
or
is
did he
this-
just
what-
score?
what
Did
is
he
this that you're
perform?
doing?
Was Moreno
What are you
playing
saying?
well? I
Do you
said,
know
was
who scored the
Moreno
goal?
playing well? Just
Who
because he
scored
scored
the
the
goal?
goal, was he playing well? Moreno. So was he
but
playing
again,
well just because he scored the
again,
goal?
he's there to. You see
What else did he do? So what did he do outside of the
Oh
goal?
my God, this whole playing well or not playing
What
well
did he
thing,
do
you keep changing and rolling the can down the
I'm
road.
not changing. I'm not, man. I asked you a
You
question.
keep doing it.
I
You
asked
keep
you a
doing
question.
it.
I
If
didn't
a
do
player-
what? I asked you a
Listen,
question that
remember-
you just don't like it when I ask you certain
No,
questions.
you-
I
you
never.
ask-
I
but
asked
the
you a
questions
question.
you're
Can you
asking-
answer the question, please? I said,
was he
what did
playing
he do
well?
outside of the goal? Did he play well? What did he do
He played
outside of the
well.
goal?
He played well.
What did he do outside of the goal from an
He
offensive
did
standpoint?
what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to be number 9.
Outside of the goal, what did he do then? Tell me.
Listen,
Tell
again,
me.
So let me answer the
I'm
question.
asking you a
Stop saying, tell
question.
me. So be quiet and listen. We
Okay,
put him
I'm
in as a
asking you.
number. We put him in as a number 9, and what did he do? What was his
Yeah.
job? Score a goal. Did he score a goal?
Okay, yeah, that was
Good.
it. So that's
Done.
his only job.
Yeah,
So
that
once
was
he
his
scored the
job.
goal,
Big
then
man up
you
front.
might as well. So you might as well take
Big
him
man
off
up
then.
front.
He
Because
wasn't
now
supposed to
you're
do
saying-
nothing else.
Because now you're
Got it,
saying,
man.
no,
I got it,
don't
man.
say
I
got it
hear
now.
you,
Don't
Dio,
change it.
man.
You
Hey,
said, why
Hassam,
did
you
play
can
him
move
in
on,
front of
man.
Mourinho? Why would
Hassam,
you play
you
him
can
as a
move
9
on. It's calm.
if that's not his job?
You can move
His
on, man.
job
It's
was to
cool.
put the ball in the back of the net,
He
and
can
he
talk
did.
to himself, man. You can
And
carry
when
his cool. Go on.
Eze wasn't performing, they took him out and brought
Yeah,
somebody else
cool.
in.
All right, cool. Moreno wasn't performing like you said because he
Yeah,
scored the
and
goal and
they-
did nothing
and
else,
they
but you
brought in
left him out
Gyökeres,
there,
who
but
was
you want
just
to
coming back
defend
from
it. All right,
injury.
man, cool, man.
They brought
All
in
right.
Okay,
Gyökeres
guys.
coming
On
back from
that
injury.
note, I
Don't do
want to
that.
move
Cool,
on.
man.
I don't
All
know
this,
where the
man.
hell
Just win the
Veta-
league. How about that?
Don't
Just win the
be
league.
disingenuous.
I'm
well,
not
we
being
are winning the league.
disingenuous.
We are winning
I'm not
the
being
league.
this. I'm not
No,
being
we
disingenuous.
are winning the league. I said
Yeah,
that
you've
already.
been saying this. I hear that. And when you don't win the league, we'll be here, and you'll be here making more
When I
excuses.
win,
I hear it.
win the league, we'll be here.
Yeah.
When I win the league,
Well, we'll be here when you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like
Because
you
now
have in the last 3 years.
because
We'll
now
be
you're
here,
just
man.
making
Don't
us
worry
go,
about it,
did he
Dio,
play
man.
well? The question was
Yeah.
why was
Three in
because
20.
Did he play well? Said I, yeah, of course I can ask, did he play well? Why is that a crazy question? You just don't like it because he didn't play well. That's all. Because you want to defend this manager for whatever reason. Over
You
a
asked
billion
why they
spent
played
and
the
still
guy
no
as the
major
number
trophy
9,
to show
and the
for it.
guy is the
I hear it,
one
man.
that scored.
I
Like,
hear
what
it.
are we
I
doing
hear it,
here?
man.
You
I
playing
hear it.
Marino up front. Yeah, Marino scored in that game.
Cool.
That was the point of playing him up front.
Okay,
Because
that
again,
was it.
Gyökeres was injured and just
Cool.
come back from injury.
Cool.
So what are we
So
doing?
why you get all right? So you've not criticized Gyökeres in no games where he scored? No.
I've criticized Gyökeres many times. And
Okay,
I've
cool.
criticized
And he's been
Marino
saying
when you
so
put him
you
in
can do the
midfield and
same
he
to
doesn't do what
Moreno.
he's supposed to do in
Alright, man,
midfield. Or you put him
Alright,
up front
Dio.
as a number 9 and he does the thing he's
Cool,
supposed to do
cool,
as a
Dio,
number
man.
9.
All
Why
right,
should I
cool. Did it
criticize
work
him?
in the game? Did you get the result against 10-man Chelsea, or were you piss poor?
We were piss
You
poor.
didn't get the result. You were piss poor
Exactly.
against
The
10-man
players were
Chelsea.
piss
That's the
poor.
point.
But
And
the
your
se-
manager's poor
but-
decisions.
I have a bigger hammer,
Decisions
guys.
continue to that. That's what
Yeah,
it is. That's
it's
an
always, it's
AO.
always the man. It's always the manager.
That's the AO. Nah, that's what it is.
All right,
You played
Triple H,
against 10.
bro.
You played against 10-man Chelsea, and your manager's piss poor decision making contributed to you not getting a win. I hear it, man. I hear it. I get it. You want to defend that? That's cool. But that's what happened. If you would have won the game, I wouldn't bring it up. You drew the game, so therefore something went wrong. What are we talking about here?
Okay,
10-man
guys.
Chelsea, you know, where Sunderland have
big
gone
up
and won.
all of you guys locked in. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. We gotta move on, guys. We are gonna be talking about Chelsea City. I've got no idea where Vater is. I've called him 600 times. He said he's gonna be here 27 minutes ago, so I've tried my best, but he ain't here. But regardless, we can speak about Chelsea City anyway, with the beautiful panel we got, who are all footballing people who will, you know, have this conversation regardless whether Vater is here or not. Anywho, Lewis, since we last spoke, Maresca has been sacked, loser, and you haven't won a game in 7, loser, and Chelsea suck. So talk to me, brother.
World champion of what? The United States?
Before you even decide to say it, anyway, what day is it?
Day 175 as your
Day
world champion.
175 of 1,461
61, Chelsea won, yeah,
of
my
your
God.
world champs, Chelsea. I got you, troops. We are gonna beat Aston Villa. Emery will be stopped. Blah blah blah. You really, you've went on a mad arc over the last 6 weeks. Like you've not had a good result. I've actually checked this. Yeah, as you were away, I was secretly scouting Chelsea results. Yeah, let me read you just Chelsea results. Draw to Chelsea, to City, sorry, of course, with Callum McFarlane. Then you got draw to Bournemouth, lost to Villa, draw to Newcastle. What's it called? You beat Everton, you lost to Atalanta, you drew to Bournemouth, you lost to Leeds, you drew to Arsenal since then. So you went on some shitty run. So just talk to me about your life as a Chelsea fan, you know, with the whole leading to Maresca sacking, and how do you feel about the weekend too?
Well, I'd just rather leave all of that in 2025, you know? Like, it's a new year.
There you are. There you are. You thought that was going to work? You really thought that was going to work?
A new year, man. Up the Chelsea.
There
I
you
want to talk to me about like 2025 fixtures and all of that. We've got a new manager and everything since then. Shout out to a man like Callum Mourinho, bro. Man's dunked on Pep Guardiola. He weren't even ready for that one. And the game management I saw from him in the second half, didn't expect it. I didn't expect him to go with the free in midfield. I didn't expect him to make early changes. I didn't expect the changes to be effective. But second half, both teams could have come out of that thinking that they could have left with a victory. So, to be honest, a draw is the fair result. It was great to see that performance from Enzo Fernandez. That's the best I've seen from him in the last month or so. Andre Santos, I'm glad that he got an opportunity off the bench in the second half. Maresca hasn't been playing him enough in the sixth for me this season. And that sort of performance away at Man City gives me belief that we can utilize him more over the next month, because we need all the rotation that we can get. We've got games every 3 days for the next month, and we're also
Lewis,
integrating the new manager in spite of it.
You won't believe this, Lewis?
What? Beta! Intro! We must talk.
Intro.
Intro,
Vader.
reintroduce myself. My name is
Vader Games.
Only an hour and a half late. But anyway, thank you for turning up late, Vader. Been calling you.
Yeah, big up to Callum McFarlane. We've got him for the Fulham game as well, so hopefully he can round out this little work experience period with a win away at the Little Brothers, the bus stop.
Do you know he was the assistant manager at Croydon?
Yeah, man. Then he went to Whiteleaf. Then he went to Man City, Southampton, followed Joe Shields around the circuits. And now here he is at the Etihad, getting one over on Guardiola. I'm so proud of him.
Lewis, someone said you guys are
Bro,
like
no
Freddie Mercury.
Caicedo, no Cucurella, no Sanchez, no Fofana. That under-21s team, by the way, has lost their last 6 games with Chelsea. They've lost to like
Do you know
Burnley's
that he doesn't even have a coaching
Dinamo
license?
Zagreb 2. They've lost to Walsall. And then he's gone to the Etihad, where no one expected us to even have a prayer. A man's pulled out a point and a good second half performance too. Like, his changes were affected us positively. The one thing I wanted, take that fucking bum Neto off the pitch and leave Esteban on the left. If I could, that would perfect everything. But bar that, you handled everything superbly. The first half was just about staying in the game. He kept us in the game. Even the goal that we conceded, like Reinders, that's a brilliant finish. Can't really complain too much. Badiashile doesn't show him inside. Maybe Sanchez saves it. But for Jorgensen, who's been trash all season,
Where the hell is
it
Sanchez?
was his best game. No, he got a knock just before the game. Fofana went skiing and got the flu, so he was out of the game as well, just to add to it.
I thought he was
Freaking
suspended
Fofana.
first. I was like, I don't recall him getting a yellow.
No. He went skiing in France or something like that. Well done, mate. Just hope you're back for the next match. But yeah, and in spite of our attack being garbage, like I said, Pedro Neto was where all of our attacks
is it just me or Lewis got echo?
I think it's
I
Vader.
don't think it's me.
Oh, is it? All right. A big of Vader as well, man.
Vader
But
or
yeah,
Dyer?
all our attacks went to die with Pedro Neto. It was Garnacho's best performance because I didn't see him. And Cole Palmer was straight trash for 90 minutes. But even in spite of that, we managed to...
So I walk into the watch along and I hear Lewis going like, you don't have Maresca to hide behind now about Cole Palmer. What's going on with you and Cole Palmer? What's happening?
No,
Explain to the
that's
people.
more of a dig at the Maresca stand
Look at
and
this.
everything. Cole Palmer's performances in the...
Did I
Premier
lie?
League-
Ask Lewis right now. Flawless, I'm not lying. I
No,
swear you can ask him.
yeah.
He's here.
I'm not, Hassan, I'm not
Cole
saying you're
Palmer's
lying.
performances
I'm
in
just talking about the
Premier
joy
League
in your
last year
faces. You
haven't
ask
been
the
good enough.
question.
We have
That's
to
all.
be honest.
Smile, yo.
Very cool.
We've got to
This
be
guy's
honest. In the
smiling.
last years, Prem performances have not been good enough. And like that, we already said over the last year, people were trying to like blame it on Maresca. Oh, he's misprofiling him. He's not, even though he's averaging more shots per game than he did in the Poch season, and even though he was the 3rd highest shooter in the Prem last season, he's not being profiled correctly. All right, man. And then we came back over the last couple of weeks, still not great. Now I get it. You're still coming back from injury and everything. But what was unacceptable for me from his performances was the off the ball work. This brother was refusing to press. Players around him, and he's not trying to get the ball back or even trying to attempt to get near them. That's that sort of laziness I'm not with. Not in a Big Six game. Because I believe all the rotation that was being done in the last couple games, as annoying as it was, especially with Maresca saying he's fit to play 90, but he's not playing 90, I think it was all with this game in mind. Like we did it earlier in the season. We had Brentford away. He didn't start. He came off the bench, got a goal and assist with him. The idea of him starting against Bayern 3 days afterwards. We were focusing on the bigger fixture. And then we save you for that fixture, and that's what you're producing on the table. No, that was shit. That was fucking horrible from him yesterday. I know that's not your level. I know I'm going to get better from you, but I'm not going to sit there and try and mollycoddle that shit. No, the attack's been garbage for long enough. So that needs to pattern up. But yeah, shout out to Callum McFarlane. Shout out to Reece James, man of the match in midfield again.
Elite player.
The defense was
Elite
actually
player.
pretty good in overall. Badiashile kind of fucked up for the first goal because it's his giveaway. But him and Chalobah had some good blocks throughout the match. So did Achimpong. And for City, I'll be real, you guys should be so pissed off with yourselves. Bro, we were there for the taking. I still don't know how we left with a point. It don't make sense to me, but hey, I got a little bit of faith back in my squad. I'll take that and I'll run with it.
The reason why you
Every
left with a
Chelsea
point
fan
is
would
you
have
have
taken
the
a
best-
1-1 draw in a title race, let alone in this
Your best
circumstance.
midfielder played, so you go left with a point, of course. We know this.
Who? Oh, just trying to run Enzo.
Whatever,
Fair enough.
just
Enzo was
Enzo
good enough. He
Fernandez.
deserved it.
Enzo dunk on your head top every time you're disrespecting. I told you about Enzo Fernandez. Don't
Yo,
respect Enzo
play
Fernandez.
like you did against City every game, and I won't complain, you know?
It's impossible. No midfielder scores 38 goals per season. It's impossible.
It's not even GA. I'm not bigging up Enzo for the goal. He had a good game. Like, have good games.
You
And then
know,
we're
but to be
good.
fair, you know, I actually didn't know this, but he's currently the midfielder with the most goals from open play in the whole league, by the way. This is something I didn't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah?
'Cause I thought it would have been
Open
Rice.
open play. So if you take away penalties and everything,
What, Enzo?
Enzo's
Ah,
the
you
one.
take the set pieces and Rice is suddenly out of that. All right, fair enough.
Enzo, bro, has the most goals in the league. Told man about Enzo Fernandez.
Where's
No
this
one-
Enzo flop come from? Is it
They're
when he
just
was busting his way
consistent
to you?
9-minute performances, and we all
I
have.
think
Oh,
Enzo is just underrated as fuck, so I prop him.
Okay, all right, first.
But
You know,
yeah,
you know
good
why?
for him.
But to be honest, the one guy that I think like is just next level, and you can tell, like, you know, like back in school when you were in grade 8 and like you're playing in the break, and someone from grade 10, grade 11 come like play football on in the field with you, brother. You can tell when someone's above everyone else. I'm sorry, Reece James is elite compared to every single Chelsea player. Like he's just next level to everyone at Chelsea. He's just unreal.
Play him
There-
wherever he
I
wants.
don't see a single weakness in Reece James' game. There's zero weakness. He can do everything. He literally can do everything. He's unbelievable, and in midfield as well. Like for me, Reece James is their best. He's their best like defender. He's their best fullback. He's their best midfielder. He's their best set piece taker. He's just unreal.
Put him on, probably be our best finisher. I'd go on the bank and say at 21-22, he carried our attack to the point where he was injured for 3 years
Oh
afterwards.
shit! Was that when him and Alonso were scoring all you lot's goals? Was it that season?
Yeah, the Chilwell, but both of them were carrying the defense and the attack.
Chilwell, yeah.
And then Chilwell got injured, and James started playing left wing back and right wing back in games. And then he was dead out for 3 years.
Mad.
But yeah,
Hi, Bater.
yeah, that's Chelsea.
What up?
Why are you quiet, mate? What happened to the Sharks?
I let everybody speak. You know me. I'm not the one to interrupt. That's what you guys do.
Oh, sir, I'm not the one to interrupt. Okay. Before you go, big up to T, who says, Dio, don't let this managerless Man United fan chat.
What's it got to do? Where's it got to do? Who I support?
T,
Windsor.
T, I'll be honest with you. This is how I know your head is on Mars. I'll be honest.
Oh, managerless mud brothers, let's fucking go, bro.
Like,
Hey,
yo,
this is how you
Simon-
know T. This is how you know T's
Win-
head is on
Windsor-
Mars, because
So,
his response to everything Flawless
Yeah.
said is you have no manager. Okay, great.
you have
What
no
does this
manager.
have to
So
do
if I supported Real Madrid, all of a sudden it makes my points valid. All right, cool, man. Win something, shut everyone up, and I
Your
will.
head's
prop
gone.
it.
Your head's gone.
Yeah,
T.
I will
Head's
prop the manager and prop Arsenal if they do that. I've already said that. I don't hide run or duck. Like if they do, hey, props to them. I didn't see it happening. Props to them. They deserve all the
So
credit in the world.
the
for winning
win
the league.
something. The win
Anyway,
something.
guys,
is
I
always-
don't want to
always
argue
the
again. Please,
narrative,
Tayo,
but
please,
carry
please,
on.
please, please.
How is it a narrative?
No,
to
we already
win?
know that we're talking about the football right now, like the football on the pitch.
Yes,
The fact that
yeah.
the fact that you keep saying win something. Yes, we know we haven't won something. Liverpool had not won for 30 years until they won it. But
Yeah.
Liverpool was playing well.
But
We're
they
talking
won
about
it.
No. Hold on. I'm saying until they. But we were talking about how
Oh,
good the
let him
Liverpool team was, how Klopp
Yeah.
was doing. Like we could talk about football.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be through the.
Hey,
megaphone
Dio,
of
I've
banter.
spoke about I spoke
So
about the
my
football.
point is-
I said
so
you're
my-
a very good time and
No, no,
you're a
so
very
my
good side
point
and you're
is-
playing well.
So
I've spoke
point
about it. Go on.
My point is
Go on.
talking about the football. Win something,
Yes.
yes. Eventually,
Yeah.
if your good football doesn't win you anything, then that's where you have a.
Okay, so I'll explain. So here's what it is. I
So
said.
if we're
also-
talking game by game.
Go on.
If we're talking game
Go on.
by game, and
Yeah.
we're looking at games and saying, okay, this is where something went wrong, or this is why this team drew,
Yeah.
or this is why this team won, or this is
Yeah.
why that's what I'm addressing.
Okay,
So when,
cool.
when,
So-
when at the end of the day you say win something, I'm just like, yeah, what's the point?
But that's only one. That's only one part of it.
We might as well not say anything until 38
No,
games.
I would know that's not the case, Dio. You're just in your feelings about it because I was responding
I'm
to a
just saying,
question
like,
from
that's the
Hassan.
way- that's the
No,
way
no, it wasn't
comes
that. I
across.
was responding to a question from Hassan because what I said initially about you lot was you played very well in the Bournemouth game. I expected you to win. Arsenal are a very good side and have been playing very well all season long, but you just admit that. You just missed by me saying that. I praised you lot football wise, but then after that, Hassan then goes, "Do you have Arsenal winning the league?" And then I said no and proceeded to tell why. And then that's why we got into the debate that we got into. What's so crazy about that? I don't have you lot winning the league. I don't know why Arsenal fans are so bothered by this. If you lot are this great and have this deep squad and Arteta's that good, you clearly bothered about it. That's why we was having an argument.
And like, you're definitely bothered to keep arguing.
Man, talking about you were bothered about it, man.
What I responded
Can we
again,
speak to Peter about City?
Hold on.
They just drew to Sunderland and Dan Potts managed Chelsea.
What
Can
I
we speak
responded
to
to Flawless about was not your opinion that you said you don't think we'll win the league. Fair enough, you can think whatever. What I responded to was you said the manager does not do certain things, and I pointed out that he's doing those things. I'm not saying you can have your opinion about who wins the league, different. But when you then say, like, for example, I think Reece James, an example with Chelsea, Reece James is a terrible player. Of course, he's not a terrible player. The manager was just not doing well enough for them. Simple. So my point is, the things that you blame the manager for last season, or things that we can point out and say he didn't do last season, we see him making those changes now. In this season,
he has made those changes.
So it doesn't bother me who anybody thinks.
It does bother you. That's why we're going back here again for round two.
What bothers me is the narrative.
It's not a narrative. I pointed it out. He went to Liverpool and was defensive. That's not a narrative, and it cost you a point. He wasn't offensive. He wasn't offensive enough against 10 man Chelsea.
You didn't pick the other 18 games where he did well. You picked the 2 out of 20.
No, because you asked me the question about it. You asked me the question. How are you mad at? You asked me the question about it. You said, hey, Flawless. What? Tell me the games that Arteta you think has cost us this season. That's what you said to me.
The second question I asked you was, I said, tell me the games where he used the same team that he played against Liverpool. Tell me the games where he used that same team and they won. You could not.
Yeah, they won, and I said,
you only care about.
No, it's not about not caring about those stats. No. It's not about not caring about those stats.
Let's go to the City conversation.
No, it's not about not caring about those stats. It's about it worked. So why am I going to critique it? You've asked me a specific question. Same way Hassan asked me a specific question. For whatever reason, you don't like either answer. If you don't like my answers, don't ask me no questions. Like, that's where it stems from. You said, where has Arteta gone wrong this season? And I pointed to multiple games. Because when you played Manchester City at your place, look at the substitutions that I don't blame him for that draw. Look at the substitutions he made. Look how early he made them. Offensive. When he went to Anfield, he shot the bed. That weren't the same. Away at Stamford Bridge, he didn't do it against 10-man Chelsea, who have drew against Karabakh, who have lost to Sunderland, etc. What are we talking about here? But like I said, when he falls short again, it'd be because of him. I've praised your team. I've literally said I think Arsenal team is very, very good. The biggest issue you've had, the biggest issue you have is the manager. And he's already cost you points this season, and we'll see. And you'll be here making excuses for him again, but go on, City and Chelsea.
Finally. Hi, Vater.
What up?
Talk to me, brother.
Well, apologies. Could not work around the work schedule today, so I'm here when I'm here. I don't duck. Why would I be ducking a draw? So I'm here after a draw to Chelsea. It's not the first time they've done it to the clubs on this panel. But to talk about the game, I'm more I'm more upset with the players that I had to see leave that pitch. The result, late equalizer. We didn't finish our dinner. We had opportunities, more than ample opportunities. I saw unfortunate poor decisions from Foden and Shirky in the final third, where I was like, you know what, either of them could have released the pass properly and put this game to bed. We didn't do it. Also, the fact that we let it go so late, O'Reilly on tired legs, is obviously invites that final cross. But even defensively, Ake, Nunez, I would have hoped they would have been in a better position to prevent it. And Donnarumma, I got no problems with Donnarumma. He stopped it twice initially, and he couldn't do it a third time. That's not on him. But a draw. I'm now looking at 6 points. My players, they look like they weren't up for it, to be honest with you. They look like they weren't prepared to play against a weakened Chelsea. It looked like they were like, you know what, we'll get these goals, we'll get this win, we're at home. They took too much of a comfortable approach to it, and it looked that way. It looked like Shirky and Foden were like, you know what, we'll have other opportunities. We can be wasteful with possession, and that ain't my city. We're not wasteful in possession. We're lethal in the final third. Haaland, unlucky inside of the post. It doesn't go in, but it was like, damn, it's one of those games. It's one of those results. Now, I've started the season undefeated, but I don't like the undefeated streak that I'm on because it's actually 2 draws, not 2 wins. Giving 6 points to this Arsenal, is it crisis? Is it emergency meetings? Is it disaster time? Not because of the 6 points, but it is important to note that I got Gavardio, one of my best defenders. I got Diaz, one of my best defenders, both coming out. They actually got subbed off in this game. Now, no one's gonna play the sad music for City because we're City. We do it. We do this. We deal with this. Now, the crying, that's from other people to do. I'm gonna have to look at my club and look at what they're gonna do in this January transfer window, because when we have the likes of a John Stones and an Ake that we look to shop out but didn't get it done, and they're not available in this injury plague that I'm having right now, what do you guys all say? What do big clubs do? Big clubs look at an opportunity and they make sure that they stay within arm's reach of this opportunity. And that means, you know what, if we don't have available center backs, let's go out and get one. Do we snake Liverpool and get Gahey? I don't know. Do we confirm and bring in Semenyo like everything's been rumored? I don't know. But
bring Tosin home, please.
You want us to bring Tosin home?
Please.
Did you see the news with what Fabrizio
Yo,
said?
Vega, do you rate Gahey? Vega.
Oh, English international? Yeah, I rate him.
You rate him? Okay, cool. I was just asking. I'm interested.
Same. I rate him. But today Fabrizio reported that what's it called? Palace want even more money than they want in the summer because he's obviously because it's mid-season basically.
Yeah, I mean they're not.
They won't just let go of him with ease. Like, let's put it that way.
Again, I understand that there's a priority for him because obviously there's more interest than what there was. It's mid-season, and obviously they've leaned on him heavily. He played well just the other day, right? The game that I watched with regards to his impact. So I'm saying if it's going to cost a little more, it's going to cost a little more because 6 points off league leaders is worth paying a little more if you're going to try and win this league. The money computes. It adds up. If you're really intentional to want to get this title, you're going to pay that whatever 30, 20 extra million in Jan that you wouldn't have paid in the summer. Let's make it happen.
This is why Vater on every A-listers episode, I can't wait till you speak because I never interrupt you. I always observe. I'm an observer when Vater speaks. Vater never actually speaks about the football. He always analyzes the narrative. He doesn't speak about what actually happened. You notice how he analyzed the 90-minute game of football. He used to come here every week and bark about Florian Wirtz and speak about every single individual that he feels like criticizing.
In his defense, he said Cherky and Foden were wasteful.
Yeah,
he didn't say that man were wasteful.
Foden, Haaland stinker. He never mentioned...
He said they were wasteful.
Excuse me, brother. Haaland was through on goal twice.
He said it was wasteful.
And you're going to call it a stinker. You've seen strikers in your club. You're going to
in
call
your
that
own words,
performance a
My
stinker?
expectation of the best striker in the world is to score those.
Oh, now you're moving fraudulent because I thought you said whenever you say
That's
my
the same
expectations,
statement
it's a
that you
slight.
make.
Oh my.
So you just
Hussam?
called yourself fraudulent
No,
indirectly.
no. You're being fraudulent because you can't
don't
call me out on
expect happening
doing
to
something
you
and then do
what
it
you do
yourself.
every
What are
week.
we doing here?
I'm slot out. Are you pep out?
No. Why would I be pep out?
Oh, so that's the difference then. That's the
What
There you go.
difference? Explain this. What difference?
Don't use your standard. I'm using your standard against you. Your standard doesn't apply to me.
Hussam, don't make me do this because you're trying to act like you've been on your channel, you've been on other people's channels, and you haven't said, I hold this player to a higher standard. Don't do that. Don't act like I was the first one to say
I
it.
actually don't say that shit.
Okay, I'm going to clip you up and you're going to be exposed. All right, cool.
No problem. Clip me up. I don't say
You
that
will,
shit.
you will be clipped up. Now,
I don't say
trying
that
to-
shit. I've never ever said, oh my God, I don't expect nothing of Nunes, so the bare minimum is okay. That's
No,
not-
no. I'm not doing that. I'm talking players that we rate. I don't want you to say I don't do that because you have looked at the players that are important at a club and said, based off of the importance of that player, I hold them to a higher standard. So I'm going to clip you up because you're claiming that you don't do that.
What,
You
like
do
on a
do it.
banter show or a serious show?
Oh, now we got on a banter show and on a
But
serious
it's
show.
true though. There are
Okay,
some
what show
shows
is this?
Like Ahwa
Oh,
when
hold
I'm
on. All right.
cooking someone.
Okay, what show is
If I'm
this?
cooking someone on Ahwa, that show doesn't count.
Hussam, what show is this?
Yeah, what
Which
show
category
is
is
this?
this?
I don't like
Which
this.
category is
This
this?
answer, right?
This show is definitely not a banter show.
This show isn't a banter show.
No, the banter here
I
is
feel-
very
I feel
minimal,
genuinely-
like 15%. Brother,
The-
Dio
the-
gets
the man you
triggered
have
if
top
play Arsenal
center.
Play defensive. What banter?
The man you have top center.
Don't get misunderstood. Dio runs jokes. Don't get misunderstood.
All the
Lewis
time.
don't take
Dio
all the
runs jokes.
time.
Hey, Dio, don't let him
Baker
disrespect
don't take
you like that,
banter.
Dio.
Lewis
Hey,
don't
Dio.
take banter.
Don't let him
Only
disrespect
Jay
you like
takes
that. He's
banter.
saying you don't run jokes.
Only
I do.
Jay
I
takes
just
banter.
find that-
Whole panel.
Jay's always running jokes. Jay, look at Jay's
Yeah,
face.
Jay's
Look
the
at-
only one. I just said only Jay
Jay's,
takes banter. The whole panel. only
Jay's
Jay
permanently
takes
on. Jay's
banter. The
banter
rest
with
of the
permanently
panelists
on.
are all serious.
Jay's
All right.
banter
With all
with
due, with,
permanently
with, all,
on.
with all due respect, I do also balance it out with analysis. So it's like
No, no,
there's a
you
good
do-
balance
you
of
do-
banter and analysis. Do you know what I mean? So there's a good check. It's not like Lewis. I
Jay-
don't come in
Jay-
like
Jay
Lewis.
just said that-
I don't- look,
So Jay, what you just call bantalisis?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not like
yeah,
Lewis.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
like,
it. We're like the
acting
middle
like I'm a
point.
people's champion or nothing like
You
that.
know what
Banter
Jay
is
just
like-
said? Jay just did what Ange did last season. I'm not a clown. That's what he
I'm
just
not
said.
a clown. I'm not a clown.
I'm not a clown.
I'm not a clown.
I'm not like them man up the road, you know. Like, so, yeah.
Potts did the same thing there before. I'm not a clown. It's just-
I'm not a clown.
anytime
Yo,
someone
that's
says
hilarious.
this, they get
Oh my
sacked
gosh.
eventually. It's
Yo,
crazy.
I'm not a clown. Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, man.
Anyway, Vader, you're a fraud, and you know this deep down.
No,
What
I'm
happened
not.
to the Sharks are coming? Can I understand?
Yeah, the Sharks are coming.
To
are you
coming
doing
where? You're falling behind.
I'm 6 points off. I've been 9 points off. What are we doing here?
And you've also
I'm in-
been 2 points off.
Exactly. And it's a long season, which you've been a part of. You're acting brand new on
It
because
has
you're
nothing to do
hosting a
with me.
show.
I'm in a top 4 race.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
Disclaimer.
involved.
I'm in a
buddy.
top 4 race, so I'm not going to be in the conversation. Great. Do
I'm
that.
not involved, buddy.
Yeah,
We're
you're not
finished.
involved. That's fine. That's fine. It's easy to do that.
Maresca
Now-
got sacked before my manager. I give up.
Some of us don't quit as easily. Now, when it comes down to the whole
I'm
talk
50
about this
points
title
behind.
race, pardon me? What?
I'm 15 points behind, not 1 or 2.
No, it's okay. Yeah, give up.
We're not gonna
Um,
make it.
When I'm now 6 points behind this Arsenal, like we are all waiting to see whether they can get over the line. Yeah, the Sharks are coming. The Sharks still have an opportunity here because I play them later in the season. So I have a chance to negate 3 of whatever point gaps happens to be. And that's the optimism. That's the fan that I happen to be. So 9 points was a gap early in the season. 2 points was a gap early in the season. We're now at 6. I've got to play the games in front of me. My complete stress has nothing to do with Arsenal. It has everything to do with City as we are right now. I've heard that Arsenal have what's going on here? Arsenal have the best squad. I need to compete with said squad.
What is that?
What is that?
What is that?
That's like a baby shark.
Baby shark, baby shark.
This is a serious show, you said, or is this banter? What are we doing now?
I just said this is a serious show,
Right?
Hossam has sung at least 3 times on this show as well. Like, so just to be
He's
clear,
the biggest fraud on here.
100%.
He knows fraud talent because he's the biggest one out there. Now, we can be serious, we cannot be serious. If you want to say that this, and I got no problems with it. You know, I'm a part of a show. I'm part of CIA. CIA Intelligent Agendas. If you want to say that this league title is Arsenal's already, cool. I'll do like Hussam. I'm just here to do what I can. Title's over.
Sorry,
that.
I don't mean to Beta, I don't mean to interrupt you, but that baby shark thing was egregious by Hussam. To find a picture of a baby shark and then to slowly interlude us in as well. Excellent work.
And he didn't even do it cleanly. He took things off. It was all messed up. And just 2 minutes earlier, he said this is a serious football analysis show. And now he wants to do all that. I'm cool with this title race. I love the entertainment because we're game week 20. It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be narratives. It's going to be agendas. I'm here for it. Did I want my club to drop points to Chelsea? Did I even expect it? No. Is it the end of the world at the same time? No. Because I still gotta see how we respond to it. I gotta see what my best manager in the world does with this. So does he find a solution? Do he not? Does Arsenal take this relaxed, no one can beat us approach and they win the rest of it? Possibly. But I gotta wait and see it. My next game is what I'm worried about, which is Brighton. I got no Gvardiol and I got no Diaz. That is like Dio not having Saliba and Gabriel. So I'm concerned. If I get a result, we continue on. Because after that, my next Prem game is a tough one against the guy all the way on the other side in a derby. So, Brighton, let me try to get my 3 points.
Yeah, you're right. Because FA Cup and then,
Yeah. FA Cup, League Cup, whatever is in the middle of that. So, I play United after Brighton, and I think I've got a week. I've got a week between Brighton and the game versus United. So we'll see. This title race has been given up. You heard it. Hussam's given up on it. He's just top 4. He's happy when Verts is scoring now when I was talking about the record signing scoring or not scoring, it was a problem. That's what we do, right? We analyze, and when we see top players not performing, we bring it up. I mentioned, which you don't want to acknowledge, that Haaland didn't play well with regards to scoring the goal, but I thought he was good. Foden and Shirky were the players that I had most issue with because we left goals on that pitch, and it's a different story when you have a managerless Chelsea or an interim manager and you have all those defensive woes, and if we score those goals, I think they all nah, it ain't happened today. And they look for the next game and they just manage expectations and manage the embarrassment and just move on. But we kept them in the game and they got the late equalizer. That's analyzing ball. If you got questions for me, I'm here.
So no one's going to say anything?
Actually, I have a question. So, in terms of how it went in this, I was just asking, so in terms of how this game went, right? Obviously, the centre backs, the defenders, big issue coming out of this game with the losses that you've had now. I have no issue with you guys bringing forward a Gay, trying to sign him and things like that. Do you think players coming into this squad now are looking at it? Is Pep going to be here long term? And do you think that matters in your attraction? Are you bringing forward transfer business from the summer, or are you just trying to go strike while the iron's hot?
Jay, listen, you, Lewis, Flawless, quality questions as always. When it comes down to players wanting to come to my club and what they might choose to do or not do, I'd say it would be a concern if I looked in the neighborhood and everybody else was settled. I got Hussam crying, wanting his manager out. I got Flawless, he's happy. I don't know if we pop bottles. I don't know if he's going out.
No we. Hey, there's no we, but yes, I did. Yes, but carry on.
Okay. So Flawless Flawless
you
pop
chat how long
bottles.
it's
You
gonna
got
be in here. Yeah,
no.
joke,
That's
man.
don't do that. Don't do that. I was hammering out. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
how long did it take you? Don't do that. How long did it take
Don't
you?
lie. Don't lie.
I was
Baker
hammering
guy,
Yeah,
out.
you was angry about how long did it take you?
Same reason he's trying to involve me in a title race. Anyone with sane logic knows it's impossible to involve Liverpool in the title race. But
It's
But
impossible.
go on,
to-
carry on as you were. Yes, like to answer your
Yeah.
point. Yes, very happy
Alright,
about what.
so Flawless was popping bottles. Husam's like, get this manager that gave me my only second prem in 30-something years. He wants that manager out. Jay's not happy with who he's got right now. So
Right.
and we got Lewis who's like, I don't know who's next. So I think players.
I'm grieving right now.
You're still in grieving mode. I get that. So the big clubs.
how
the
do you
clubs
feel
that-
about the fact that you
Can I
know what
finish
you
that,
said?
Ant?
You're
Can I-
mentioning facts. I want to mention a fact as well. I want to ask how you feel about it.
Can I
And
finish
T
one
actually
answer
beat
before
me
you
to
ask
the
me
to
another
it.
one?
Rodri is back for City to drop 4 points. Rodri's played 2 games in a row. You drop points in both games. Do you think you're playing worse with Rodri in the team? It's a fact, just like the facts you mentioned. Go on.
Are you seriously asking me whether Rodri, who got
Are you
subbed
seriously
on?
claiming that Liverpool are in a title race?
Okay.
There you go.
Do both need
1-0
to
for
correlate?
Sam. Now you can carry on.
Do both need to correlate? What are we doing? Again, is this a serious show? Let's be
Jason-
balanced here.
Baker, I've explained this to you 100 times. The ones that know your games is me and Flawless. You cannot bullshit with us. We know you. I
Okay,
can
what am I
respond to
doing?
you using your own logic, and then all of a sudden your veins will pop, and you start getting mad. And as soon as you do this, and you start shouting at the microphone, and doing this with your hand, that's when I know I've got you rattled. Don't sit here
No,
and
I have
bullshit
to
me
do that
and
because
talk about Liverpool in a title race and giving up on all the kumbaya talk. You know that Liverpool ain't in a title race. Just like you know that City ain't worse with Rodri, despite the fact that he's been back for 2 games and you've drawn both games. So now let's get back to the serious talk. Are you not worried about Arsenal's form?
okay, no, before I move on, you're admitting that what you brought up was not serious. Your super
someone's
chat
logic
that
against-
your super
using
chat that
someone's
you brought up
logic
was
against-
not serious.
Once again, using someone's logic against them is not your own logic.
What
You
is
speak to me about my own logic in the words of Flawless.
what is my what logic are you
Do
bringing
not
up that
assume. Do not assume. Ask me. I will answer. عادي.
okay, whose logic are you using when you brought up that super chat?
Your logic against.
Explain my
you.
logic to me then so I can hear it
Because
clearly.
You are saying that Liverpool fans should not give up on being in the title race.
No,
You're
I
saying-
said Liverpool fans should not give up on this manager, is what I'm saying, with
Oh,
regards
there
to
you
this
go.
season.
Because we're unbeaten in 9 games. Okay. So statistically, you have had Rodri back for 2 games. You've drawn both. Are you worse with him? Statistically, just a stat.
No, because I didn't lose.
But you were winning before him.
But I was also losing before him.
But you were winning before him.
So I have Rodri without being available. He comes to play. I draw, and is
Yeah,
the
he's come back
correlation
2
now? Yeah, he subbed on in the first game and he played the whole game this
There's
last
another
game.
stat as well. Anytime Arsenal's played before you this season and won, you went on to drop points. Do you think you have a mentality problem?
This season, do I have a mentality problem? Is the
Yes.
serious question.
Yes.
No.
It's a very serious question.
No, I don't believe that Manchester City have a mentality problem because in 3 games, is it 3 games that they've played before City and they've won that it's applied pressure? No, I don't believe so.
But you've dropped points every single occasion.
Is it not 3 occasions? And
Yeah,
the drop
that's enough
points are
to do.
draws. The drop points are draws.
Yeah. The draw. We know this. You said this to Dio on A-listers last time. You said draws are killers. You said draws sometimes are just like defeats in title race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
when
3
I-
draws are the equivalent of 3 defeats.
It depends on the season that we're talking about. It's all applicable. Draws
This-
when we were Hussam, please don't look silly because when we were
I'm not
going at
looking
it,
silly at
you
all.
are.
I'm
Let me
using
finish.
your
Let me finish.
word. I'm using Vater Games words and
Yes,
logic.
but Hussam, you can't use my words if I said it 3 seasons ago in a different title race to then apply it to this season in a different
You
context.
said it to Dio on A-listers this season.
Because
this the last A-listers we had here. You said
the
to me
season
that draws.
the season's not over. So has it come back to bite me? No. This is the point that we make. Whenever we've said that draws come back and they're like losses, it's after the fact of me beating Hussam to a title by 1 point. That's the point that we make. We don't talk about it at game week 20 or 18 when we first did A-listers.
But you said it a couple of
Let's
weeks ago.
understand.
But you
I
said
said it a couple.
You said it to me.
Yeah.
You said it to me. Even
Yeah,
though I
game
haven't
week
won,
18.
even though I haven't won anything.
Game
So now
week
you're- now you're
18 or
saying it.
17.
Now you're saying it's
Game
when you
week
beat Sam.
17. Game week 18. Whenever I did say it, we're now at game week 20. The point that I made is that can come back to hurt you at the end of the season, which is the point that I
And
made
that's what he's
because
asking
you guys.
now. He's saying that's what he's asking you. He's saying Rodri's come back now. Maybe it's just a blending thing. You guys have drawn. Do you think that those draws could come back to haunt you too? Just like you said, it could come back to haunt me.
Yes, of
It's a
course they
simple,
could
direct
come
question.
back. Of course they could.
That's what he asked you now. So that's
No,
all
he
the-
said they. No. He said that
That's
they
my
will.
understanding of what he said.
No.
From what I heard.
My different understanding is that they will. I said I don't know. We still need to see the season play out because at the same time, when I keep saying I need to see Arsenal finally deliver on it, it's a wait and see. I don't know. And the point that I bring up, the reference that I bring up is because I've been in title races and I've won the title like Hussam has. Arsenal haven't. Dial, you haven't. So that's the context. Bring up game week 15. It's silly to me. It really is. And don't keep trying to talk. I'm using your logic. I'm using your words. Also apply the context, please. Because then it does look really silly. And I know when Hussam is triggered or when he needs to respond, because you know what he does? He gets close to the mic, he brings it really close, and then he talks into it. Now, if I happen to get him to do that, what? I'm triggering him? No. I know I got you, Hussam. Now, I'm not rattled. I'm not upset. All this talk about trying to use my logic, I believe that City are still in this title race until they're not. My point to say that I'm not giving up on anything
That's not
is
what
because
I asked you, are you worried about Arsenal? That's all I asked you.
you asked me if I'm worried about Arsenal.
Yeah, I just asked if you're worried. That's it.
Yeah, I'm worried about Arsenal.
Okay. So خلاص, why you mad for?
No one's mad.
Why are you worried about a team that never won it? We're going to vote on it
they
now.
never won it.
Why I mean, that's you're lowering your standards. You're just worried about.
I'm worried because I don't have Diaz and Gavardio. Gavardio just had a fracture. He's gone.
But
for the rest of
you
the
once
season.
again you said injuries apply to everyone.
Yes.
Why? Well, you know one thing. One thing is, I love like when I use someone's own words against them, I'm the bad guy. I don't understand football.
No, because your context is horrible.
How's the context horrible? You told Arsenal fans injuries aren't an excuse. Injuries aren't an excuse, Vader.
Injuries aren't an excuse when you have a player that is injured and coming back.
Yeah, like when we
Injuries
had
aren't an
Gabriel-
excuse when you have a listen. If you had
Injuries are an excuse, but they can't offer context. Am I right? Am I right, Vita?
Oh, we can offer context now. I didn't realize this, Jay. I thought it was only okay. All right. So let's hear the context. Let's hear the context.
Gabriel being injured for a few games, Gabriel being injured for a month is very different to losing your best defender out for the season. But we can do the kid thing. We can do the kid thing. Sure. Injuries aren't an excuse.
That's a valid point.
Oh, it's a valid point.
Is it not?
It is. I hear you.
Is it not a valid point?
Gabriel's impact on the team. If we lost, let's just assume we had lost 4 games after during
we're doing
Gabriel.
the
in just
assuming
4
thing
weeks.
now.
No. Then we'll turn around and say at the end of the season, and I say, oh, when Gabriel was injured,
Vader gets
in those
annoyed
4
when you
games,
call out his
when I say in
hypocrisy.
those 4 games, if Gabriel was, then maybe we wouldn't have lost it. And then they tell me, don't give
You're
me
a
any
massive
excuse about
hypocrite.
injuries. That's what I'll be told at the end of the day. So regardless of how long your injury is for, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not giving an excuse on when we didn't have Gabriel and Saliba this season and we played in Capia and Mosquera in defense. I wasn't making any excuses. So again, we've had our 2 best defenders away from games in the same game. We've had Saka out this season. We've had Odegaard out this season. We've had players out as well. So
Your
everybody had players out.
comprehension sucks.
Tottenham at a particular point had the most amount of injuries in the league, and we still shit on them, regardless of what it is that we say. We still shit on them. We still come here and talk crap about them. So again, saying, "Oh, having my defender out for the rest of the season and this and no, story. You have the best manager in the world, and you just said it.
All right.
You're not afraid
We're
of
doing
Arsenal, so
we're
why
doing
should you be
voices now, so you're gonna lower your voice to try to make you
Why should
sound
we
like
panic
me.
you?
Let me raise my voice to sound like you. I'm not gonna do the silly stuff. All I'm gonna say with regards to what I was asked was, am I worried about Arsenal? I said no, I'm worried about City. And why I'm worried about City is my point with regards to losing my 2 defenders. I didn't say that I'm giving up on the title. I didn't say that I've got excuses. You asked me what I was worried about. Comprehension-wise,
Injuries
what I'm
matter.
worried about are my players.
So
And
you're saying
period.
you're saying they're not excuses, they're concerns of yours.
Yes. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
Flawless. Worried, concerned, same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying,
I hear that. Yeah.
woe is me. No sad music. You asked me what I was worried about. I gave you an answer, and now you guys want to spin it. I don't want to hear the excuses talk. Using Vader's words against him. There's no excuses for injuries. I wasn't asking for any of that. I was giving you context to why I'm worried about trying to win this Prem.
Okay.
Has to do with me.
All
All
right.
right? Is that clear, guys?
Nah, I heard you. Yeah.
No. Listen, lower panel. My man up here understood it. For some reasons, these guys need to hear it 3
The president has just announced that we have caught and compromised to a permanent end Osama bin Laden.
Guys, I have achieved my role as the host of A-listers. Triggering Vader is something that I absolutely love to do. You get me?
Who's
I can make terrorist jokes because I'm Muslim, so it's all good. You get me?
Yeah, can you get a banner across the screen saying that the views of Hassan and only Hassan?
Yeah.
I need that. Put the banner. I need a
Well,
disclaimer.
depending on who we're calling a terrorist, it might be my views as well.
True say, you know what? Actually, that being said, we just fired a footballing terrorist, but that's a whole different conversation.
Habibi, you literally have Amorim photoshopped as Osama bin Laden on your thumbnail. What are you doing?
That is very true.
Man said the views are their own. Have some shame.
But he is a
your
footballing
thumbnail
terrorist,
for the last 3 months, bro.
Yeah,
Have
but
some-
he is a footballing terrorist, though. That's a fact.
There you go.
That's
There you
a
go.
fact. That's nothing
I
to do
love
with
it.
like that's on him. Oh, he is a
You know,
footballing terrorist.
Vader hung me out to dry. He turned the plate, so I just had to trigger him. And he's been triggered. I love it. I love it because Vader triggers me every week. So I have to get him back. And today I got him back. So
All right, I
Big
won't
up
hang you
to
out to
the guy.
dry. I won't be here next week. How's that?
already?
How's that?
Vader,
Man
why
said-
you
man said-
mad?
All right,
take
you got a
my
week's
point.
notice. I'm not here next week. How's that?
Why
Hanging
are
you out
you
to
not
dry.
there next week? You have easy fixtures. Also, next week is FA Cup weekend.
It has
Anyway.
nothing to do with fixtures. You
Who
know
the fuck do you been playing the FA Cup? Let me check, yeah? Watch this.
Well, we got Charlton away, up the Chelsea. Proper Barclays
I got Exeter in the FA Cup.
Bro, City play Exeter at home. Spurs play Aston Villa. Why do Spurs always get fucked up? Chelsea go Charlton
No,
away.
honestly, horrible cup fixtures this year.
United,
Newcastle,
right?
Give me Castlebank derby. Let's have it.
There you go. Anyway, guys, on that note, love you all. Love every single one of you. Appreciate you all. Vader Games TV is in the description. Go give them a subscribe. Subscribe to Flawless as well, Sarcasm City TV. More happy days are coming. I hope I achieve my freedom soon. Careful Lewis G is in mourning, but we will see what Matisse does with Chelsea. So go subscribe to his channel for more cry-alongs. The Gunner Red
This man,
Fly high and
Oh,
fly high.
Dio's channel. And we're also going to be redirecting you over to Ahmed's channel. He's live because he's achieved his freedom as well. You get me? But how do we trigger Ahmed? I know how do we trigger Ahmed. We say,
Ollie in, Ollie in.
no. Yes. I was about to say this.
Ollie at the
Everyone
wheel, bro.
spam Ollie in Ahmed's chat. Every single one of you. Be in Ahmed's chat spamming Ollie in. I will be there as well spamming it. Love you all. And I'm back tomorrow, inshallah, with Red Pill, Blue Pill. Yalla. Peace out, Habibis. Ollie in Ahmed's chat.